We're live. We're live with the ARRMA EXB KRATON. The roller, baby.
I can't find my charger.
I don't think I have it. You left it right here. Honey, it's plugged into the wall. Honey, it was plugged into the wall. Honey, it was plugged into the wall. Honey, it was plugged into the wall. Why am I on there?
Thank
It was
you.
plugged into the wall.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Look at that thing, huh? Actually looks pretty nice on there. Unboxing with candlelight. You know it, guy. Nah, we're gonna pump up the lights, but for now it's called ambiance. Yeah.
I was just responding to you.
Make sure you get your coffee. We got our coffee right here. Who said that? Is that Earl? Or is that somebody else? I can't see the comments. Omar, what's going on, guy? Thanks, man. Dude, I was waiting. UDRC, what's going on, guy? Metz is here. JORC is here. Omar, James, Shade Tree, Stack. Let's see. Rift to the Raft. What is happening, brother? It's been a while. That's right, brother. I gotta get my arm out of the way. Smash that thumbs up if that's what you're into. Just don't smash it so hard that you don't get to watch the show. John Miller, Trash Ninja, what's going on? Chuck GRC. What else we got? I think I said demo, right? I think I said demo. Mitchell, what's going on, brother? Mitchell's here. Dylan Davis is here too. Wow, how long were you guys here for? Holy crap, wait a minute. How far does this chat go back? Wait. Wait a minute. All right. How far does this chat go back? Oh my God. What are you guys, out of your minds? Dude, there was a timer that said it wasn't going to start until 9. It's not even 9 yet. What time is it? Yeah, it's like 8:59. You guys are like way too early. I'm not going to go back in that chat. Oh my God. We heard everything. Been there for like 4 hours. Oh my God, guy. Oh, you're crazy, dude. Even Billy Bob is here. Holy crap. Did Billy Bob just jump on now? I bet Billy Bob doesn't really wait around, so he probably just jumped on now. I highly doubt Billy Bob was here for 4 hours because there's no way. See, Billy Bob, he can't survive on a live stream for 4 hours because usually he's half in the bag anyway by the time he shows up for any of these lives. But, you know, Billy Bob on a 4-hour, you know, wait, yeah, he'd already be gone. He'd probably be in a cell. Right, he passes out, right? Right. Billy Bob definitely would pass out. AZRC, what is going on, guy? Billy Bob, I don't drink that much. Get out of here, guy. Come on. Listen, it's called denial, and there are help groups that can help you, Billy Bob. There's really good help out there. One of the help things is this thing right here. This thing might be able to help you. All right. I think I might crank up the light. But look at that, huh? Yeah, we got candles. We got coffee. So you can't really see the coffee, though. See, you got to put it in front like that. We got coffee, candles, and coffee. Candles and coffee for the KRATON. I just got to be careful the candle doesn't, like, fly off. All right. I'm going to pump up the lights and... Oh, is the stream dead? That would be just like it. I think I'm giving people seizures here. Oh my goodness. Victor Dimas, what is that? Thank you very much, sir. We do have a little box right here that does have, it's got some heft to it. I'm not even gonna weigh it, but it's a very solid box. So this one is not gonna get opened, but the one that's behind here, this one right here, we will unbox this like right now. We'll see what's in the box. Gotta get these candles out of here. All right. So what do we got here? We got a vehicle that is, how am I gonna do this? Unprepared. Almost think I should do it like this and crank that and then undo this and give you guys like whiplash here. All right, so this is literally what's on the block today, the chopping block, the cutting block. It is a vehicle that Horizon sells, which I think we know. It is made by ARRMA, and it's called the KRATON EXB, which stands for, obviously it stands for Extreme Bash, and then KRATON Full Option Roller. And they're calling it a speed monster. See, there's no R there. It's supposed to be an A. See, it's supposed to be M-O-N-S-T-A. It's not supposed to be that there. Alrighty. Let's see. On this side of the box, we're going to go through the whole thing here. On this side of the box, it's all fuzzy. You can't see nothing. 2-year warranty. Looks like basically that's all the stuff you need, because it comes with nothing. Basically just comes with that. So there's really not going to be anything on here. Let's just rip this thing out of the box. There's nothing on the box that you need to know other than what's inside. Let's see. How can I do this? Bam. Maybe like that. All right. So we do have some seals here. I gotta grab a knife. Got a seal in the middle right here, and on the bottom right there. Oh, stop your ground. Man. Throwing a little extra light. So here's what you're looking at the back of the box there. Extreme bash. Let me get out my my pointing device. So what do we have here? I can't read nothing other than I know that it has 70-75 shock towers, both front and rear. 70-75, 70-75, same thing with the chassis. Pretty important, I guess you want to say, because that's where you're getting all your strength from all these integrated parts. Yes, extreme bash bumper. I have no idea what the heck that's supposed to mean. Maybe it's just a more flexible plastic. I have no idea. Safe D first. Yeah, they have like plastic caps that like keep things, I guess, retained. What else we got here? Exclusive matte gloss effect body. Okay, cool. Etched to perfection. Yeah, we already saw that. We got some pretty crazy bracing on there. Chassis braces to the different shock towers, it looks like. Oversized pins, which I'm pretty sure that I know that that's a thing that it has. I've obviously seen some other videos. Captured ball ends. Let's take our little knife here. Give it a little slice. Give it a little slice. Man, it is hot out today. I don't know what it was, but pretty dang hot. Candle shouldn't burn the box. I can't read nothing other than what I just said, 775 stuff. Anodized aluminum servo mount. Ooh. Okay, cool. Looks like we got the receiver little tray thing there, or box. Got some springs, got some pins, got some truck. We just got some stuff. Wow, they printed the whole thing. So even this side of even this part of the box they printed too. So that's a pretty good advertisement that they got there. So they got themselves on Facebook. Looks like they got themselves on the ARRMA channel, just their own website. And then, well, they got, Jesus, look at this. They literally have like all these little barcode things. So here, check this out. So if anybody, I know this candle's literally gonna burn stuff. Come on. All right, what do we got here? So if you want to join the ARRMA community, what you want to do is you want to go to RC Guy Garage and you want to actually join the ARRMA Outcasters group, because that's literally going to be everything, like strictly an ARRMA only website on Facebook. It's something that's already created. It's called ARRMA Outcasters. So yeah, that might be the group that you want to join if you have an ARRMA, or if you want to learn about ARRMAs, or you want to see ARRMA stuff, because that group is point blank only going to be all about ARRMA everything. So like upgrades, smash videos, bash videos, speed ripping, everything to do 100% with ARRMA. So if that's what you're into, go ahead and check out that Facebook group. One of the guys might be able to put a thing down in the bottom there. This vehicle right here kind of kicks it off. Obviously, you saw that I ripped the ARRMA Mojave. So this is actually my second ARRMA, and I was actually talked kind of into this particular, well, not this exact one, but Mets RC for the longest time was trying to get me to have an ARRMA on my channel, like another ARRMA. And he said with the, I guess what he was saying with the type of driving that I do, or whatever, the type of maybe non-driving that I do, he was really talking me into getting, initially he was talking me into getting just the regular KRATON. And I think it was like, what, V4 or something like that, version 4. I have no idea. All I know is that I was just like, yeah, you know what? He's right. I should get that. And I'm kind of glad that I waited. I was ready to pull the trigger, but I didn't. So when this came out, the trigger was pulled. So yeah, if you want a screenshot or whatever, you can join those communities. I'm going to see if I can get one of my own codes like that. I think that would be pretty cool, but obviously they got Instagram, they got literally everything. They're literally a part of everything. 14 plus, yeah, we know. This side of the box, yeah, it looks like a KRATON, I guess. Over here, yeah, I don't know. Nothing that has anything to do with anything that I want to do. Right there, that's what I want to do. All right, so let's just pull this thing out of here. Instruction booklet with some stickers. We all know we love our stickers, right? Because this is the reason why we get these things. We get these things for the stickers. Got another bag in here. It looks like a very tiny pinion. So got a pretty small pinion on there. Got some extra screws. Not exactly sure what the screws are for. I also have a... it's funny. It's people. Why do people not... All right. People, you get this, right? You get this. This is an electric vehicle company, right? And what I think is a riot is they literally give you what used to be called a glow plug wrench, because that's where you used to put your glow plugs. You know what I mean? Obviously, this is no longer a glow plug wrench, but I've got wrenches like this that I used to stick. As a matter of fact, I probably still have one that still has my glow plugs in all four corners. So they call it like the cross wrench. So I don't know if that middle is for anything. I kind of really can't tell, but obviously a wheel nut on one side, and then various different sizes that you might need on the others. You got a small little tiny wrench, small little cross there, a couple of L wrenches. Now, don't throw away your L wrenches, because believe it or not, there are times when these L wrenches actually do come in handy. I came across that just recently working on something. I was working on something and I needed an L wrench, and that was the only way to get the motor out of something that I was working on. Oh, the TT, the Hobao TT. Oh no, there is something else. Now, see, you always got to be careful, man. There's a whole bunch of shock valves in here. People call them pistons. I call them valves, because they regulate the flow of fluid. So to me, they're called valves. Everybody else calls them pistons, but I'm different from everybody else. So these are valves. But it comes with a whole bunch of them. I can't tell right off if they're different or they're just extras. If they're different, I'm assuming maybe there would be a number correlation or something. Oh, wait a minute. What is that? Wait a minute. What is that? Is that like a mess-up one? There's actually a couple in here. Oh, okay. It looks like there are a couple of different ones in here, so... Alright. What do I have to say about this? I have no idea. Never had a KRATON before. Maybe it's supposed to be good. This is way different. So it's got the little hinge pin things here. Little tethers on the hinge pins, which I guess is kind of cool. Looks like it's got some kind of tape on the inside of the body, it looks like, to where maybe these are scuff points. Yeah, these are scuff points, obviously. Yeah, I don't know. I think I'll still put my tape on it. You might be better off with Gorilla Tape. Oh, I think the body feels okay. Feels nice and thick right there, but... You know what? I really don't care. That's what I care about. This thing right here. Let's see. What do we got here? Wish I could turn the flash on, but I can't. Yeah, a little extra protection, right? Ah, the wing's pretty flexible. Guess that's a good thing. Tires kind of feel a little funky. They feel a little hard. Like compared to some of the other tires that I've handled, they have an odd stiffness to them. They have a nice stiff sidewall, at least. You guys probably know more about these tires than I do. It definitely does have a stiffer sidewall. Looks like about half of the sidewall has a certain stiffness to it. And then as soon as you break this line right here, it gets kind of, at least it feels like it gets softer. I think the biggest thing is going to be obviously powering this thing up. This thing really does look pretty sweet though. It's got rubber boots too to protect the shock shafts. I see this in a lot of Hobao vehicles. I'm not sure about many other ones, but this one, this does look pretty sweet. Ah, man. See, I guess that's the only negative about not having something that's, you know, ready to rip. I don't want to call it ready to run, but I want to call it ready to rip. The sticker on the roof is to save the paint from rubbing off. Yeah, the two stickers right there. You mean these right here? There and there? Yeah. Doesn't really matter though. I don't think... I'm not really that guy. Like, I think... I mean, it's kind of nice that it looks nice, but I think the paint's going to... Or let's put it this way. I think the exterior of the body is going to be more destroyed than the inside probably could ever be. I mean, I guess I understand having the tape on the inside to kind of protect, but really think about it. Man, when you're going like 50 miles an hour and you jump and you have an accident, your body's going to be annihilated. The tape ain't going to do nothing. You know what I mean? Tape's just there just for, I don't know. I think the tape's just there for looks. I mean, maybe if you're like road driving it, oh, here we go. Maybe if you're mall crawling it, you know what I mean? Maybe then, you know, just like the movement of the body maybe would scrape the paint or whatever, but this thing looks pretty sharp. Look at that. Look at that. Would you just look at it? That thing does look pretty cool. Damn. What is that right there? I can't even see what is that? Is that like a... Oh, it's a little 6S sticker. Are you kidding me? Oh, that's a riot. Dude, that's a riot. That's very indicative of what, like some imports and also some of the Dodges. That's a riot. What is this kind of modeled after? Because when you look at the grill does kind of have that, I don't know, to me the grill kind of almost has like that right here, like right across here, almost looks like it has the F-150 Ford kind of look right there. You know, like Raptor-ish thing, but if you look at the ARRMA, kind of almost looks like a Dodge. It looks like a Ram. Headlights, I don't know, maybe the headlights could be like Chevy. Trying to figure out like what it's modeled after. It's definitely pretty cool though. Definitely like it. Damn. Ah, they're funny, huh? They're kind of assuming, huh? When they put those stickers on there, isn't that kind of an assumption? I think those stickers might need to come off. What do you mean BLX and Spectrum and, yeah, I know, Horizon, but, yeah, I don't know. BLX? Nah. All the other stuff, maybe. I'm not saying BLX is junk, because it's not. It's definitely not, but that's not what's going in this. See that box right there with those candles? It's a little hefty box right there. That's going to be going in here. Spectrum, Horizon. What do we got there? What is that? Whoa! Can't even read that. 40... What does that say? 49 or 149? I don't even know. I don't even know. Right on there. D-boots. Oh, yeah, because it's got the tires, right? Tires or some special tire. Some tire, I guess, that's good. What is this? Copperhead? Copperhead tires? Yeah, I don't know. I think it needs kaijus. Is that going to be the first mod? We're going to throw some kaijus on there? I don't know. I wonder, man. Kaijus actually might look pretty good on that thing. It's going to kaiju everything. Is that point blank blasphemy? If I take Redcat Racing kaijus and toss it on that thing, that's blasphemy, isn't it? We're going to do it, though. Wait till you see, man. Wait till you see how the mini monster Mojave is coming out. Might be something that you guys might want to think about doing, man. I'm telling you. Alright, let's get into that thing. What we got here? Caution. Hot motor. Now, wait a minute. Alright. Does that make any sense to have that sticker there? Because when the motor's in there, you can't really see that sticker, can you? At least the motor that's going to go in there, there's no way you'll be able to see that sticker. What do we got here? What's on the other side? Oh, this thing is sweet. What do we got here? Does it say this is not a step? This is not a step. Wrench, bash, rip. Oh no. Wait a minute. That's really not that good of a sticker to have on there, is it? What do you mean wrench, bash, repeat? Shouldn't it just be blast, bash, repeat? Not wrench. What are they trying to say? By putting that sticker on there, what are they saying? Wait a minute. That doesn't make any sense. Is that because it's a roller? You got a wrench on it first? Don't forget to smash that, right, guy? Dude, like seriously, right? Why does it say wrench, bash, repeat? It should literally just say bash, blast, repeat. Like consistently. Yeah, I don't know, man. I don't know what to tell you about this thing. Looks like it's got that, does look like it has that battery tray that the Mojave has. I will say, their strap system and the way their battery hold down is, at least in the Mojave, if this is the same exact thing, this is definitely a battery tray. Let's put it this way. So, because this battery tray right here is point blank just so awesome, this battery tray is going into another vehicle that I've got that already has pre-existing battery tray problems. And this battery tray right here, and also that clip, that's another thing too that I do like about these ARRMA vehicles, is the fact that they do have that clip right there that is, you know, it's just basically integrated onto the Velcro strap, but it has a place to put your wires. And I definitely make use of that in the Mojave. And there are other vehicles that I think should have something like that. Something that ties those wires, kind of keeps them in check, keeps them in place. But I definitely do like that wire tray. I do like that Jag wire. I do like that battery tray, though. The first time I stuck my 6S brick in it, which I have a... I got a HRB USA graphene batteries, and those things are literally like solid bricks. They're not hard packs. They're just solid hunks of meat, and they're big. And the first time I went to go toss the battery pack in there, for a split second, I was like, oh no, I'm gonna have battery issues. And this tray right here literally fits that battery so perfectly. I love the fact that it has this capture device right here that helps retain the battery, because obviously, you know, depending upon, you know, how many batteries you stack in here, you know, like if you're doing like, you know, let's say 6 plus 6 equals 12. You know, if you're doing something like that, at least you've got the room for you got the room for it, right? 6 plus 6 equals 12. But I definitely do like this battery tray. I am going to be purchasing another one of these battery trays. I don't know how it attaches, though. How does it attach? Oh, look at that. Oh. Original ARRMA Motorworks. I'm telling you, man. Whoever is doing their, whoever's doing like their graphics and stuff, they're so, they're so on point with this. I mean, look at the way that looks. Original Motorworks. It has a nice sheen on the body. It's going to be terrible to ruin this. What do we got here? Now, see. Now, if this was Earl Moorhead, it would be, don't just crash, blast. Or no, don't just bash, crash. That is pretty sick, though. I do like that. You know something that I don't think people are aware of? I'm sure there's like those... I'm just flipping the truck. There are those... it's called ski saver tape. And when I used to ski before I snowboarded, if you had like a nice pair of skis that you didn't want to get destroyed, you would put this ski saver stuff across the top. And it is a very thick, like plastic film or tape or whatever it is. And that might be something to throw on the bottom there. Yeah, I mean, it'll keep some of the scratches away. You know? Nah, probably won't. Nah, yeah, you know what? Oh, I think I'll try it. It's called Ski Saver. I think I'll try it because looking at this chassis, it would only take like 2 rows. You know what I mean? You could basically overlap it and just take a razor blade and slice off what you didn't need. It is a shame though. Look at that thing. The underneath of this is beautiful. Man. Now see, this is all that raw stuff. You know what I mean? Like, I've never had a KRATON before, and my Mojave didn't look like this. This thing looks intense. Look at this brace. Holy smokes. Look at that chassis brace. Man, if I had the flash on, this would be awesome. Somehow I should have figured out the flash. That brace looks pretty intense. Where are we connected up in there? Can't tell exactly how it's connected. We got there. Whoa. Looks like it has spacers. So it is a single rod that goes from, not really from the shock towers, it basically just goes from, it looks like the differentials, so front to back. That tower brace, or maybe I think they would call it a tower to tower brace, but technically it's not tower to tower. It's shock tower brace differential to shock tower brace differential. Not literally tower to tower. Close enough though. It's got a nice brace up in the front, same exact thing. The EXB logo on there. That servo thing actually does look pretty cool. It's not very tall though. Actually, that's tall enough. It's pretty light too. Well, obviously it has no electronics in it, but still. It'll get it. You know what's funny? I wonder if this truck literally weighs as much as what's in this box. Wouldn't that be horrible? Could you imagine if what's inside this box? Not catch the truck on fire. So what's inside this box actually weigh about the same? Man, it's close. Yeah, not quite. Truck does weigh a little bit more. Yeah, truck weighs more. But still, what's inside that box is going to be going inside of here. I do have 2 servo choices to go with. I do have a... well, you know what? I'll leave it. I'll literally leave it for when I do the build on this. When I throw the electronics in it, the only thing that you guys don't know is what is this going to run? Is this going to be 6 plus 6? Is it going to be, what is it going to be? Am I going to run it on 2S? Sounds like it, you know, looks like it could be a capable 2S vehicle, right? I know the ESC that I have can do 2S. At least that's what it said on the box. Yeah, in the description, the ESC that I'm going to put in here does say it can handle 2S. So, yeah, it looks like the EXB is going to be ripping it on 2S. 2S times what, though? I can't wait. Yeah, shocks. Actually, shocks. Yeah, everything's like all set, man. Look at this. Wow. Very, very plush. Holy smokes. You know what, Mets? I got to tell you. Are you here? Mets? Is Mets here? Yeah, you are. You were absolutely right. Ooh, got to get the tire away from the flame. Maybe I should put the flame out. done. Mitchell, what the heck is that for? J.O. Kick Butt Fun number 4? Dude, are you serious? How many times have you... Dude, you're out of your mind. The J.O. Kick Butt? Oh, I see how you are. Poor J.O. Does that literally have an antenna tube? Yeah, it does. There's an antenna tube right there. Well, at least I don't have to install that. Man, this thing is going to be sweet. Oh, my God. That new place. So, let's put it this way. The first rip with this thing is not going to be the backyard track. Even though this thing would probably do pretty damn good. This thing needs to be opened up. This supposed Extreme Bash Edition. Yeah. It needs to go somewhere else and not the backyard track. Granted, my trees probably would give it a workout. You know, the trees and... I don't know what else. The jump really wouldn't give it a workout. Not with what I'm looking at. Look at ground clearance. Granted, there's nothing in it right now, but look at that. Dude, you could stuff a hole. You could stuff somebody's whole head under here. That's some clearance right now. That's some clearance. Oh, this thing is nice. This was a weird unboxing. You know that? Have I ever done a what's in the box live before? I don't think I have. So it's not as like good, I think. 'Cause I don't know. It's just different. There's really not much to show other than literally just to go like this. And you just go, ooh. Ah. What do we got here? Yeah, that's fine. I don't know why people think that needs to be locked down. It doesn't. Why do people think that a sway bar is supposed to be locked down? It's not supposed to be locked down. Sway bar, you want to be able to have that movement across the entire rod. You kind of want it to be able to twist across the whole sway bar, not be locked into position and not be able to flex across its whole, like, distance. Does it have a sway bar in the back? I didn't even notice. That is nice, though. Oh, I can't wait. Get out of here. What are you doing, creeper? Leave me alone. She's a creeper. Oh, we got any in the back? Yeah, I got sway bar in the back, too. Same thing. You want movement. You don't want it to be locked down. That's not how it is. This is Extreme Bash, baby. Let's throw the body on. Oh my God, it literally has the 80s louvers. No stinking way. It does. It's got the 80s louvers. I love it. That's a riot. We got some airflow here, man. Check that out. 80s louver in the back there. You know, the 80s when they did louvers on the back windows. That's what that is. What we got there? Don't just bash. You wanna blast. Oh, this thing is pretty sweet. Oh! We'll just leave it like that. That is nice. So, something I actually didn't notice like right away the body actually goes on like mint for now. So I think that's a good gauge, like right now, for when this thing starts getting jacked up, if it does, is that right now, just knowing that it literally drops right onto the pins and it's on. So all 4 pins, look at that. Oop, close enough. All 4 pins seem to drop right into place on the body. So that'll be a telltale right there when things start getting jacked up. This thing is just hot looking, man. Look at this thing. Dude, look at that side profile. Wouldn't you like to literally have a full-size one of these, like, to rip it? Like, for real, 1-to-1? Yeah, I think so. Look at that thing. Would you just look at it? Got your little fuel door right there. Yeah, this thing's nice. I didn't notice. How do the pins go on? They go in from the side? Yeah. What I thought about doing was, I am actually, get out of here. I am actually going away this weekend, and I did want to take a couple of vehicles with me. The only thing was that I wasn't sure, because it's getting away with my wife. So normally I would bring, like, a couple of RCs or whatever, so that her and I can get out there and, like I always say, get out there and rip it. It's wicked humid and hot out right now. That's why I look like a sweaty mess. I'm just gonna jump in the chat real quick. Blow out these candles. Let's see. Asterium, what is going on? What electronics will you be putting into it? I will be putting the electronics. Let's just say it's going to be an evolving project. So there's some stuff that's in this box right here that is going to be, it's how do I say it? I don't know how long that setup is going to last in here. But just knowing that this vehicle, you can put a variety of things in it. Let's just say it that way. Wide open platform, plenty of space for a motor in there. I'll have to see. I've never, again, like, this is what I'm trying to say. I've never had a KRATON before. The only other ARRMA that I've had is the Mojave. And that thing is absolutely insane. So there's a lot of things about the Mojave that make it what it is. And I'm actually kind of seeing a little bit, and I know this is weird, but then I've got nothing else to base it on. I'm seeing a little bit of the Mojave in this. Some of the Mojave's strength or durability is from the body, though. Because the body has a tendency to wrap the wheels, a lot of your crashes, whether if it's from the side, from the top, just whatever kind of impacts you have, that body takes up a lot. This is obviously way different because you've got wheels just flapping out in the open, and they're good size too. So yeah, I'm definitely liking what I'm looking at. This is pretty cool, man. Oh, it's such a shame. It's not going to look like this for long. I should take a whole bunch of pictures. I should take a whole bunch of pictures and do a couple, do like a video or a photo shoot, so that, like, you kind of, like, remember what it used to look like. You know what I mean? It used to look like this, but now look at it. I'm psyched, man. This thing, obviously we've seen, or I shouldn't say we, I've seen a couple of videos on this thing already. Um, Rich, Duper Dash, RC Dude, 80. He's either RC Dude 84 or 81. I keep messing that up. He might be RC Dude 81. Um, and both of those guys rip this thing. JT even ripped this thing fairly hard, and I want to say that that actually took me by surprise because JT, I have always known or seen some of his videos that he's very well informed, but I don't know, man. That's the first time that I saw him really wreck a truck. I mean, some of the jumps that he took, when he hit that clay hill that he had there in the parking lot, I mean, I don't even think I would hit that just because of the parking curbs that were placed like right there. I can't remember whether if he hit one or he came really close to hitting one of those parking curbs, but he sent this thing, and it took it. I think the only issue that he had, JT had, was what, a servo, but that was literally because it was just the servo, not the actual truck, right? I think either Duper Dash or RC Dude sheared off the rear chassis brace to frame. I guess that bolt sheared off for him, if I remember correctly. But other than that, I really haven't seen anything other than a couple of videos. I saw, obviously, you know, when they first got him, they ripped him on the street and whatever, and then either RC Dude or Duper Dash there, then they started ripping it. And finding that new bash spot, that's definitely going to change a lot of the content because the amount of stuff that's there, it will literally support everything other than on-road there. And I mean, it's everything from, I guess you want to say, like, it's on that level of it's everything from mild to wild there. And I mean, we're talking, man, I don't know. Just, I'm glad I took the couple of minutes to, I mean, it's 12 minutes away from my house. I'm glad I took the time and went over there and checked that place out because the stuff that is going to come from there, let's put it this way, that place is going to tune my driving ability. That place is going to teach me how to drive. And hopefully, like, a vehicle like this is going to make me more confident in sending it, because knowing that this is that EXB should right there give you a level of confidence to not worry about it and to go ahead and full trigger something, you know? I mean, be smart about it, but, right? I mean, I'm psyched. That's why I'm going to put the power system that I'm going to put in this, because I think it can support it. Not sure for how long, but we're going to find out. We're going to find out. I'm psyched. Totally psyched. This thing is pretty cool, man. It is very sharp. Now, I don't do a you know what's funny? Look at that. My manual is actually open. You see that? Why is my manual open? Now, see, I didn't see any other unboxings. So, did they slice the manual open? Because that looks like a deliberate slice. I wonder why. That's kind of weird. You see that? It's a deliberate slice in my manual. Or in the bag. Maybe it's so I can... Yeah, look at that. Wait a minute, it's a Ziploc bag. Why is my manual... Why is this sliced? Doesn't make any sense. All right. What do we got here? ARRMA warranty information. Does anybody do this stuff? Like, obviously, I'm gonna have to read like an online version because I can't read that writing right now. It's way too small. But does anybody really do anything with warranty? I think literally you just have proof of purchase, right? You have your proof of purchase date, and that, I mean, there's no warranty cards to fill out. I don't even know if there's any online stuff. I don't do anything through warranty. I haven't. Well, no, that's not true. I actually did do the fan for... It was either the motor or the ESC. I think it was the ESC for the Traxxas Max. Let's check out this instruction manual. I know, that's what everybody wants to see. Yeah, guys, show me the manual. That's what I'm here for. Mets. What's the matter, Mets? And you're my what? What's going on? No smooching. What are you guys doing? Man, everything you don't get, like everything. It is so humid right now. Everything is like soft. Like even this manual is like oddly like soft. It's like sucking up the moisture. Like, see it? See how it's like funky wrinkled? It is literally so humid out right now. So there you go. You got your KRATON EXB right there. It talks about, obviously, they're looking for you to throw in, it looks like, is that a BLX? It kind of looks like one of those BLX motors right there. I can't really see it. The lighting's really not that good. They're talking about, you know, throwing 2 battery packs in there, which I get. And to achieve a certain power range, I can definitely see why you would have to have 2 battery packs, because 6 plus 6 equals 12. So if you're going to run 12S in this thing, you know, 6 plus 6, that equals 12. So we could have a KRATON EXB pumping 12S because 6 plus 6 equals 12. Although that's dictated by your ESC, though. Let's see here. Yeah, they're definitely looking... They're definitely talking about a BLX motor here, just by the way the coloring is here. And that radio right there, isn't that funny? What they're doing is they're actually advertising their new radio too. So that's the radio that comes in. That's my damage from working on the stupid tracker. Look at this thing, the tracker. That stinking tracker ate me alive, man. Killed me there, killed me there. Make sure you wear gloves when you're working on stuff like that. But that's that new radio that comes in the Outcast 8S. Which, yeah, that's coming here too. Oh my goodness. Yeah, they're just talking about, none of this is anything that any of us probably need to know. This is all just about, literally about setting motor mesh and doing all that junk and where you're going to place your ESC. One thing that might be beneficial is maybe paying attention to cable routing. That might be something that's important. But I mean, I'm sure we all know how to do this. It actually does have a, wait a minute. What is that? It's an ESC plate. That's what that was. It's an ESC plate. Huh. So it's an elevated plate, it looks like. Yeah, look at that. They have cable. It actually has, see right there, it actually has cable management underneath this plate. That is kind of cool. You can tuck the wire in and it has cable management built into the bottom of the plate. So it definitely is raised up because you can see the standoffs right there. So you got 1, 2, 3, 4. It looks like 4 standoffs for that little plate. cable management actually is important even in an RC. I know it is in just automotive use, just, you know, wire chafing and all that stuff that happens. There's a couple of vehicles that I actually have where motor wires have just, and what you don't notice, right? And that's the worst part about it, was that you've got your two wires, or your two, let's say you got a couple motor wires, because if you're that's okay, how do I say this? Because of those bullet style connectors, right? Everything is solid and stiff, okay? Now you're running three wires all together, right? Now over time, just from just the motion, those wires having a chance to slip back and forth will obviously grind away at the heat shrink tubing and or the insulation that's in between, and eventually can basically self-destruct. And we found that in my Hyper Hobao TT and my MT Plus 2, where because there was so much violence, you know, with the vehicle shaking around and moving, that those wires would rub. Now, what I did was I actually took, I tore off the old stuff, and I took more heat shrink tubing and totally covered the whole bullet connector itself, because if I'm gonna disconnect my bullet connectors, I'm gonna use another piece of heat shrink anyway, so it really doesn't matter. Heat shrink is cheap. But then what I also did is when I put those three wires together, I had another sheath of heat shrink tubing that went over that to basically keep everything compressed, so that none of those three wires are going to be chafing against each other. And I like doing it that way better. Some people might think it's a pain because they're like, oh, well, what if you got to take your motor out? It's just like, it's just whatever. You know what I mean? The in worst case scenario, the only thing that you're going to have to do is pull the plug for your battery. I'd rather have the, you know, the wires not chafe and not notice. And that's another thing too about maintenance on all of these vehicles. We all have to understand that the point blank amount of thrashing that we're doing with these vehicles, maintenance is actually huge. And I am not a maintainer, and I'm what you call a sufferer. So I obviously will normally run something until it's probably too late. But man, you know what my theory is on that? My theory on that is the same thing like rotating tires. Now, I've done videos on my channel when it was What's Up Guy Garage, talking about tire rotation and how important it is, and how you should do tire rotation at every, like, you know, whatever, every, you know, 10, 20, 30,000 miles, whatever. Sometimes, like I always say, it wouldn't be RC Guy Garage without a stream dump out. All right, let's get back to this manual. I don't even know where I was. Where did I stop talking? Like half hour ago? How come it won't go back? Go back. Why won't it go back? You know, I'm sick of these stream dump outs, man. You know, I'm sick of these stream of heat shrink tubing that went. Wow, it was that far back. That was literally talking for like. Normally run something until it's probably too late. But oh, actually, it looks like it didn't dump out that bad. My theory on that is the same thing like rotating tires. Now, I've done videos on my channel when it was What's Up Guy Garage. Yeah, I don't even know. Whatever, none of it matters. Typical stream dump out. Whatever, none of it. All right, let's get out of there. All right, so we are back. All right, we are back again. Back on the manual. I did like literally a whole bunch of talking that didn't even realize the stream was dumped out. That always happens, man. I don't know. Maybe I've got to pay attention somehow. Maybe when I'm doing that monologuing thing, you know, maybe I should like look over and look for the spinning wheel of death, where it's just going like that, and all of a sudden you look and there's nobody left in the stream. There's like 5 people. They're like, I'm out of here. Typical RC guy garage style. Stream dump out in the middle of him monologuing. What was I talking about? I was talking about maintenance. Literally saying that I'm one of the worst persons as far as maintenance goes. I just like to get out there and rip it. So let's get back into the manual. Because what's the point of me talking here? All right. We were talking cable management. That is something actually right there that I did notice on this vehicle. Was it did look like that. It looked like this receiver box was a good size. So that's a positive right there. I mean, look at the size of that thing. That is a pretty damn good size receiver box right there. So there's a plus right there. Massive receiver box. Because one of the things that I always have a problem with, when you get these cars that have the tiny little box that's literally about the size of the receiver, where's all the extra wire going to go? You end up like stuffing the wire in like hard inside of that box and then just trying to throw the cover on, hoping that a wire doesn't get pinched and you don't notice. So I do like the idea of the ESC that they got going in here. That ESC looks like something. That is a BLX motor, right? That they were thinking? Yeah, that's a BLX motor. I don't think that's one of the new Spectrum things. It's a BLX. Yeah, I do like the idea of that box. Definitely looks bigger. Or big. Let's say big. Looks like more on cable management. Or is that the zip ties? No, not the zip ties, the Velcros. Isn't that funny how they got those packs like that? I don't think I've ever ran my packs that way. Stacked side by side, it looks like. It looks like they got the packs side by side. It doesn't look like they're stacked one on top of each other. Man, I can't tell. Maybe, no, it is stacked on top of each other. All right. Man, I was going to say, I would never run my packs side by side like that. That'd be like something that was 4S. Wow, what is that? Does that literally have something to do? No way. What? Kidding me? Are they really intuitive? Let's check that out. Now, I'm not reading nothing. I'm just looking at pictures. I'm a coloring areas and pop-ups kind of guy. So I am curious now. It looked like they have a spot for the yes. Yeah, just like the Mojave. Which I never use actually. So just like the Mojave. Right there. An actual spot to put your whatever they are, your balance plugs. Wow, these guys are pretty smart, man. Now that's obviously, I don't know if it's on other vehicles, but because it's this battery tray, I like that. I didn't ever use it, but that is pretty cool. See, I guess JORC is right. Every once in a while, look in a manual, you might find something. I do like this battery tray, though. I definitely want to get this battery tray for... Well, I'll tell you what it's for. I want to get this battery tray for my Hobao VT. Because I think this battery tray would serve an amazing purpose for that car. Check it out. What? This literally has a maintenance schedule? No way. I can't read it though. Can you read that? What does that say? Maintenance. Wheel and tire maintenance? What? What do you mean wheel and tire maintenance? What, like checking glue? That's kind of neat that they give you like a, I don't know, kind of like a, hey, I'm assuming what this means is a guesstimate of 14 packs, 15 packs, 16 packs, 12 packs? Is what I'm thinking? Or is that 20 times? What is the 12 for? Number of battery packs used. Okay, wait a minute. So check your tires every 1 pack? Yeah, that's not going to happen. Check your shocks 20. I think this is what it's saying. I don't know what the 12 and the 15 and all this junk is for. I don't look at these manuals. What is the 14, the 15, the 16, and the 12 for? Looks like it's saying, what is that? Is that 5 hours of running? I think that's 5 hours for every 15 minutes. Yeah, who does that? Come on, does anybody do that? I mean, maybe if you're like a racer, you'll like check every single time. I don't have a check. I check if I have a bad crash or something sounds funky. But there's no way I'd do that. You know what? You know what that's like? Years ago in the car manuals, like, you know, your real car, in the manual, it would point blank say to check your oil every day. Who the heck checks their oil every day? Nobody. So nobody's going to do that. I don't know. I don't see anybody doing this. That's pretty crazy. This makes sense though. Definitely that, yes. I definitely get that, but I don't understand what the 16 is for. Oh, page 16. Is that what that means? Wait a minute. Ah, look at that, huh? Look at that, huh? Open up a manual and I might learn something. Now I get it. So the numbers correlate to what page to turn to, right? Is that right? Page 16? No. No, it doesn't, does it? No, it does. Yeah, because there's page 16 for that. There's page 14, is that right? This manual is so nasty feeling right now. Yeah, that's all right. So that is what it is. It's for page. So it tells you what page to go to. That's what the circle's for. I don't know. I don't look at manuals. But this manual is getting nasty. It's actually soaking up. It is so, I mean, look at the way I look right now. I look like I just jumped out of a shower. But the air is so like moist that the manual is sucking up the moisture in the air. I mean, it is feeling like very, like look at the page. Look at how it's just like flopping over. It's moist. All right, what do we got here? You know, one thing that I wish I could look into is the limited slip, which is actually this right here. Now, this is something that has my attention here. This part right here, the limited slip. Come on, how do I... See these pieces right here? This is all a part of the limited slip. I need my pointing device. So these pieces right here, 1, 2, 3, I believe. I know this is right here, that and that. Because supposedly what happens is as the gears spin, they're going to want to spin or pressure outward. Okay, so they're going to push outward. Supposedly, these metal things right here are supposed to basically lock these down or give, I think, a more of a friction. Like I want to like rip open one of these diffs and I want to check out these pieces of metal here and find out exactly what's going on here. Slowly move this over. See, you've got those same discs on that backside too, of right here. So effectively locking up this whole center diff. And then I think I heard somebody say, I thought that the front diff also had this as well. Now, it wasn't really explained, but at least not that I saw that it was explained. I get bored really quick. I don't want to hear somebody explain something, so I don't know why anybody's hanging around with me explaining anything, but almost looks like it's showing the ease of the center diff removal. Yeah, it looks like one, two screws at the front there. I can't see. It's manuals, the pictures are so small. Looks like another screw is coming out, which unlocks that piece. 4 more screws you pull out. Probably, I think, there must be that brace. And then it looks like the whole thing just swing arms up. That's pretty cool. Like that. All right, so what they're talking about is they're talking about checking the glue. Just like no one does. I'm pretty sure no one checks glue. Look, check this out. Now, see, this is where I don't look. I really don't look in a manual, man. So they're literally showing you tire wear. Bad. Good. I like that. Bad. No tread in the middle. That means you're ballooning too much. All the rest of it, you know, shock stuff. We've all seen this before. All the shock junk. Everybody here, I'm sure, knows how to do shocks. We are at the front, so this is this access? Yeah, so this is showing you how to access your front diff. Looks like they want you to take off your shocks, take a couple screws out, take that front cover off, pop your diff out, put it all back together, and you're done. So let's check that out. So does that have the plates? Yes, it does. So the front also has those series of plates. Same exact thing. Same exact. So that means, what about the rear diff? Let's see, did the rear diff have it? So center diff. Where's the rear diff? Let's go to the maintenance. Let's go to that maintenance schedule. Where was that maintenance schedule? Because that... Alright, so they're not... So nothing about the rear diff? Or is this talking both front and rear? Front and rear differential. Okay. So let's see if we can check out the rear diff and see if the rear diff is the same. This is the front, right? No, it's the center. This was the front. Now what about the rear? They show you how to take the rear out? Huh, wait a minute. What did I miss here? This manual feels so messed up right now because of all the humidity. So are they showing? Did I miss it? Maybe I did miss it. Did I miss it somehow here? Because that's showing the center diff. So this is all center diff junk. This was getting into the tires, the shocks, and then this is only showing how to take out the front, I believe, right? Yeah. It's only showing how to take out the front. Oh, there we go. Wait a minute, there we go. How about that right there? Front only. Front only, front only. So this is going to be something different for me. This right here. All right, see this right here? See this number? That number right there is going to be something that's foreign to me right there. So they're talking only putting 10,000 weight in there because these are supposed to basically take the place of the thicker weight oils. So that's going to be foreign. This is going to be something new to deal with. So I wonder how, man, now I almost wish, well, you know what? I can compare it. All right. I'll be able to compare this to my monster Mojave and basically probably every other vehicle out there. Having a limited slip center, and because the rear is obviously not, right? Isn't that funny though? They're not showing, they are point blank not showing how to access the rear unless it's in these exploded views somewhere. And there's the rear. So in the rear, they're showing, you know, the exploded view of the, basically that whole rear section, exploded view. I'm not seeing, unless I mean, I don't want to have to go through this manual like 10 times, but again, I'm not a manual kind of guy, so maybe I should go through it 10 times to see if, like, literally, did I miss it somehow? That somehow it's here, but I didn't see it. No, it's not on this page. It's not here. This is electronics, servo. This is batteries. This is maintenance schedule. This is center diff. Center diff. Nothing to do with the rear yet. Tires, shocks. Front diff, front diff. Bam. And then it goes to motor mesh. So it does not show you how to take out the rear diff, even though the rear diff is also something that you need to check out. So seeing that they're telling you what oil that they want or are suggesting for the for that front differential, what are they suggesting for the center? Here we go. Oops. Ah, where'd it go? There we go. So for the center diff, they're talking, now we're talking 100,000. So 100,000 center diff, and with having, this is where it's going to be a learning situation, is that we're all used to, at least I want to say a lot of us are used to, locking these things up. So a lot of us, man. Now, granted, this is another thing I don't know. Is this the first vehicle that has the limited slip? I think it is. And then I wonder, does the new Outcast 8S, is that going to have limited slip too? So this is definitely going to be a different, I think, a different way of driving. Because we're all used to whatever oil that we put in or whatever fluid or whatever earplugs that we throw in things, we're used to using. I mean, I usually typically, I think because of Traxxas, 20 million center diff, and I think I'm 1 million rear and 500 front is my normal setup for most of my larger vehicles. Like once I break something open, that's seemingly the way I like to drive. Now, having this setup to where you're back to 100,000 center diff, but it's a limited slip. Oh, it's going to be cool. This is actually going to be, I hope it's not frustrating. I see it like in my mind. I see it in my mind as being something that, we don't need to be looking at me. I see it in my mind as something that is a very cool, like, thought, you know? And obviously they do their homework, so it's not like they don't know what they're talking about. They didn't just come up with this and just go, yeah, we're just going to slap it in there and just see what happens. But here's the other thing. What's the wear on those plates? What's the longevity for those parts? Now, is that something that is separate in the parts list? Is there a parts list on this thing? So, man, this manual is getting so bad out here. So there's part numbers, but no part list on this. And granted, this is the first ARRMA manual I've ever looked at. I've never even looked at my Mojave one. I don't even know if it's got a maintenance schedule on that. It might. I have no idea. I don't really care. Yeah. So I wonder if those pots are even available yet. That's a good question, I think. So let's check it out. We can go into ARRMA's website. ARRMA RC. Oh, let's see. ARRMA RC. Look at that thing, huh? Isn't that thing a thing of beauty right there? Isn't that nice? It's going to make me want to look into that now. So where are we looking here? So we're looking at truck. We're looking at that thing. What I'm hoping is that they're doing parts right now. Ooh, Metal Gears. Wow. So option parts. Extreme bash option parts. Standard parts. Probably standard parts. So let's see. I'm assuming it would come up pretty quick. Fifth tooth spur. We got a 43 spiral gear. Those are seals. There we go. So there we go. Limited slip diff plates. There's your part number right there. Limited slip diff plates. So this is probably something, well, it's obviously going to be a wear item. But is this a wear item along with the gears, or is this a wear item that's like twice the amount of replacing the gears? That's, is it clickable? So it is clickable. Oh, that's cheap. Yeah, you should get that stuff on hand if that's the case. Heck yeah. I'm going to point blank recommend right now, even though I haven't even ripped this thing, I'm going to recommend getting a set of these just because. And you're going to need 2 sets. Pretty sure. 29 millimeter diff case. So saying 29 millimeter diff case, does that mean that there is... Does that mean they're going to start doing this for the bigger ones too? There's the bracing. Yeah, I think that was it. All right. So, just out of curiosity, I want to jump over to option parts. What would be option parts for this thing? Is it better format this way? So option parts, obviously you've got your pinion gears. $13, $14, $15, $16. Okay, so just looking at pinion gears as being option parts. Wing buttons. Let's see. Wing posts. Wheelie bar. Oh, this doesn't have a wheelie bar. Oh, I just noticed that right now. So there is an optional wheelie bar. Wheelie bar. Huh. Okay. $20? That's... Alright. Okay. I see you. Available to buy from your local dealer or model shop. Okay, so that's definitely something to probably think about. $20 for a wheelie bar. That's not bad. Jump out of there. Oops. Oh, come on. Don't do this to me now. Wheelie bar. What else? Wing post mounts. Looks like the standoffs for your shocks. Those the boots for your shocks? Can't even see what that is. Servo horn. Selling their electronics. Get yourself a BLX motor. So what's the BLX motor that they were recommending to go into this thing? 2050 kV. Right there. So 2050 kV looks like is the motor they're recommending, and 15 kilogram servo is option parts for this bad boy. And what were they talking? Oh, what? Wait a minute, what? There's a clear body? No, there isn't. Wait a minute. It's a clear body. For $45, that's an average price. And then the power system that was a BLX 185 6S. Oh, okay. I got you. Tires. What do we got there? Decal set. Now it looks like that's it. So now I saw something else too. They had the there was the Extreme Bash option parts. So what does that mean? Extreme Bash option parts. So you've got upgrade parts only, Extreme Bash parts only, it looks like. Oh, that's it? Shock standoffs, that's it? Okay. That doesn't make any sense. What about all the other parts? Well, I guess they're not... Guess the other parts aren't ready? Extreme Bash? Yeah, no, nothing. That doesn't make any sense. Alright, here's a curiosity now. Oh, look at that. Now they even have wallpapers available. Oh, well, that's wallpapers that are for all their vehicles. We don't need that. Let's go over to... let's go back on ARRMA. STL Scion, what's going on, guy? What RC guy can go on for hours? Yeah, I know I can. It's all right, man. I'm all right with that. I'm talking to you guys. I'm not by my. Am I, dude? Am I really alone, or are you right here with me on my front porch? Think about that. Am I really alone? No. It looks like there's like 56 people here at my house, guy. So I'm not really alone, right? Dude, yeah, I monologue now because I'm a GD YouTuber now, guy. You know, YouTubers they monologue, they talk to themselves all the time. Think about it. When I'm doing a video, when I'm doing like an opener or whatever, or if I'm doing like an end or whatever, yeah, I know I'm talking to myself, but I've trained myself to realize that I'm talking to you, Mr. Josh Miller. Is that your name? I'm talking to you, guy. Right now, I'm drinking my coffee with you. I'm sharing my manual with you. I'm showing you option parts that really aren't available. Come on, guy. Let's see here. What else is here? If somebody does the little RC Guy Garage thing, I might be able to see it in the comments. Watch, there's probably a couple of them. STL Scion. See, STL Scion knows how to do it right there. STL throws the name in, and that way I see like the little red box. But nobody else. There's no other red boxes, so all you guys are talking to each other. That's the whole point here. You guys aren't paying attention to me. So leave me alone. Let me look at stuff. All right. So the curiosity was on this thing, because we obviously know that this is next. But are they going to show parts for this yet? Detailed specs, electronics. Yeah, that's actually something I didn't look into. What's in it? What's in this thing for electronics? So it comes with a DX3 radio, which we knew that. It's the new radio. I am curious to know if that radio is any good. I hope it is. 160 amp. That's it? Huh. Interesting. 160 amp 8S. Okay. I got you. 1250 kV motor. That's average. Yeah. We'll think about that one. Instruction manual, explorer views, standard parts, option parts. Oh, what do we got here? So they are a mod 1. I think everybody already knew that. I didn't. Stone guards or option parts? What do you mean stone? Doesn't it come with Doesn't it come with stone guards? This does. Look at this thing has stone guards. Right there. That's a stone guard. So you're trying to tell me that this thing doesn't come with stone guards? Sway bar, optional, obviously different rates. Sway bars. Looks like sway bar option parts, springs, different rates. Clear body shell, man. I thought I heard that they weren't doing clear body shells. I'm confused now. Because if this is coming with a clear body shell, what the heck? 80 bucks. I like that. So that is definitely something to consider on these KRATON, not the KRATONs, the Outcast and that KRATON EXB. I didn't think that the clear body was an option. Bearings. I don't know why these bearings are considered optional. So I guess that's it. So I guess that's it for that. Standard parts. So we're looking at differential here. Gear set, diff case, So, no. There's your answer right there. I'm guessing the Outcast does not have a larger version of touching this exploded view thing is probably going to be a pain in the neck. Yeah, it'll take forever to load. Forget that. Forget the virtual junk. Let's see. Wheels. What's going on? I wonder if any Proline or Jace concepts will be made for it. I don't know, guy. That, I mean, you can literally get any body probably to fit no matter what, because you're just dealing with body posts. You know? But I want to click on that again, because what I did want to see was, granted, see, this is a trick truck, so it's different. The EXB is obviously extreme. So come on, move. Why isn't this moving? You kidding me? Bam. Load up. Go all the way up. There we go. So I want to go into, where were we? Were we in detailed specs or something like that? I forget. Nah, I think we're in electronics, right? No, he like went all the way down or something. Yeah, there we go. All right, exploded view. Oh my God, I hit the wrong one again. I don't want interactive. Interactive is junk. Come on. Watch, it's gonna go. Hey, there we go. We want PDF. I'm a PDF kind of guy. It's easier. Come on. PDF. Do I want to download? Sure, might as well. All right. So there we go. There's your cage. Here's just an exploded view of the rear end. Nothing about the diff yet. So let's see. These are just case. Nothing's exploded yet. Chassis. Dual battery tray. The roll bar thing there. These little side skirt pieces. Wheelie bar. Let's see. I want a diff. There we go. All right, so the center diff is just regular. No plates. Yeah, no plates, just regular. All right. Well, I wanted to know. You know, it looks like, yep. Same thing with this is probably front and rear, right? I don't see anything that says what this is. This says it's front, or what is it? Differential. Yeah. Okay. Well, all right. Well, that kind of answers that. So at least I guess I got the PDF now. So as far as what I'm gonna do as far as moving on this, obviously right now I'm not sharing what electronics that I'm gonna put in it. I think what I'm gonna do is I am gonna do an install video, but this is gonna be the progression of how I'm gonna do it. And this is just how I'm gonna do it for my channel. Everybody already knows what they're gonna want to put in their own vehicle. I have kind of predetermined things in my head that I know that I want to put it. I already have a couple of different servos that give me a little bit of a variety of strength and speed. So I think what my intention to do with this roller for myself is stay along that theme. This is an EXB, right? So the intent is to hold to that EXB part of it. And I know I'm like pushing it by saying this, but it should be able to take a sizable system, I think, in my opinion. And I think the only downside is going to be what's going to be available for parts, because this thing is so new. Do they have the part support for this thing, or is that all out of stock too? That's going to be the tough part. Literally their parts supply create, these vehicles, and that's it. So that's one thing I think you gotta keep that in mind, is that, yeah, if you're gonna create videos and you're gonna bash and smash, you gotta remember that if you potentially bash and smash, thrash, whatever you're gonna do, if you're gonna do it too hard, there's always the potential of an accident. There's always the potential of breakage. I gotta let her out. She's wine bagging. Lunatics. Go, just go, just go. Go. What did you want? You just wanted to literally be out here because I'm here? You literally, that's it, huh? Yeah, that is what it is, huh? Just because I'm here, huh? Just because I'm out here, you want to eat bugs. Look at her, right away. Right away, she's eating bugs. Oh my gosh. Daisy, what are you doing eating bugs, huh? Already? Look at her. She's a bug maniac. Anyways, so where was I on my monologue? The parts support. That's one thing that we all have to start checking into. Before we get out there and, do like the RC dude and the Duper Dash and what JT did, us normal people, what's going to be there for parts when we break stuff? Mets RC already did some research, and on the ARRMA Outcasters Facebook page, he had actually he had already done some footwork for the people that are buying the Outcasts. So not necessarily the EXBs, but for the Outcasts. And obviously, because the Outcast is literally kind of a KRATON 8S, just 2 inches shorter, there's already RPM arms for it. So what Mets RC did was, he basically, in that group, he put the link so that, because it might not be known. Not everybody knows that, you're buying this Outcast. It's a shortened KRATON, kind of. Not exactly, but it is a shortened kind of KRATON. So, he did that. So obviously we know that because the KRATON has been out, the part support for the Outcast shouldn't be an issue, except for maybe those shortened parts. So the chassis, you screw up your chassis, you might have an issue. Maybe even you might have an issue with the drive shafts going from the center diff to front and rear differentials. You might have an issue there, because obviously those are going to be shorter somehow. Knowing ARRMA, though, one of them's probably like a swap over from something else. So that's just my thought. Who knows? Maybe even the bracing, whatever. But with this EXB, because this thing is technically all new, I'm going to say without ARRMA right now, there is no part support. The gears are different. It's actually a, I'm going to call it a wider gear, because it is a wider gear. Not wider pitch, but the actual tooth is a longer, say, tooth-wise. Do you know what I mean? Like length in the tooth not the pitch. So it's a longer length in the tooth, so that's obviously different. As far as the gear cases, I have no idea. Never had a KRATON before. I don't know. Did they stuff the same differentials in the old case? I have no idea. Maybe the case is different. So if that's the case, no pun intended, you gotta watch it. You gotta go and check. Do yourself a favor and go check and see what there are for parts before you really start going nuts. Now, my intent for this vehicle, after I check parts, which hopefully, and I'll tell you, there's another guy out there, Gus's Custom Creations, very, very, how do I say it? He has a knack for finding stuff, like finding what fits. I'll call it that. He has a knack of finding what fits. So he's also going to be part of that group. Now, who knows? Maybe, maybe I could shoot him a message and go, hey, do you got any spare time? But, whatever. I mean, it's just as easy as just jumping on a website and just checking ARRMA, checking Horizon Hobby, seeing what's available for parts, and then know that you can actually go out and really rip it, which is what I want to do with this thing. And it's only because of what they're claiming it is. And obviously, I already know that either Dupadash or RC Dude, I think it was RC Dude, I think he's the one that broke that rear brace already. So, but I mean, nothing is going to be unbreakable. I mean, if you're expecting this thing to be like the invincible, unbreakable monster, you're out of your minds. Because number one, look how nice that body goes on right there. So now I'm telling you right now, that's a telltale right there. Once your pins start going out of alignment, something's up. So right now, that thing just drops on there like a hot knife through butter. Actually, not even a hot knife through butter. How would I explain how that thing, it just drops on. So that'll be probably your first telltale sign that something is messed up. At least on mine, she's literally just chopping at bugs. Look at that. It literally drops on all four. Didn't have to touch nothing. It drops on all four body posts. So that'll be a telltale sign if something's bent. This is a sick looking little ripper. It really is. It's sharp. It looks built. If it's like I said, man, if it's anything like the Mojave, which I'm assuming it probably is, except for the fact that its wheels are wide open and massive, this thing should be able to crush it pretty good. So I could, in this box, the box is calling me right here. It's calling me. It's saying, open me. I can hear it. It's like talking to me. I can hear it. Open me. I'm not gonna. It is hefty though. I will say that. It's heft, and there's only 2 items in here, and it's got some heft. So, anyways, how's everybody doing? I know this wasn't like the spectacular, EXB like opening, like wasn't my typical what's in the box, which I'm not saying my what's in the boxes are spectacular anyway, but I usually have like a certain way that I do it, and I enjoy doing it that way. But this one I wanted to be different because this one is different. This one is a roller, so there really wasn't anything to show other than it's bare. I didn't really even give you hints on what I'm gonna throw in this thing for power. The only thing that I told you was that my ESC can run anything from 2 to something S. It'll run 2S. Not that 2S will ever touch this thing, but it could. The ESC does say on the box 2S compatible. I don't know why anybody buying this ESC. Don't you do that. I don't know why anybody buying this ESC would ever consider 2S. Like, why? I don't know. Everything is so wet. Look at what this manual looks like right now. I mean, look at it. It's literally it's like a spaghetti noodle now. Look at it. Like, I mean, that is bad. Like, even look at the spine of it. It's like it's like even this box too. Even this box is getting just that, like, everything is just so moist. You know, like when you open up like a chip bag or something. I don't know if anybody over here eats chips, but it's like when you open up, like, let's say like anybody like Doritos or just like chips or whatever, right? You open up a bag on a day like this, you better either eat the whole bag or you better close it up right away. Don't take too many chips out of the bag and stick it on a plate, because probably by the fourth chip that you get to, they're already soggy. That's literally what the day is like. This whole day has been nasty. We had a killer storm come in too. Like, you know how you have that rumbling of thunder that's way off in the distance, but it is such a deep traveling tone that you're like, yeah, there's a storm coming. I almost took my drone up, but my drone batteries are dead right now. I haven't charged them in months. So, but I've taken the drone up in those storms, man, and it is pretty cool. I did a time lapse, which showed. So the drone will stay up for probably about a maximum, I want to say, of, I'll shoot it up to its 390 feet, and I'll stay up there for probably about, I think the drone will stay up there for 17 minutes, and then it will start its return trip. Now, a lot of times I'll override that return trip, but I got a nice time lapse one time of a storm rolling in. You could just see like this wall of just thick, like nasty looking clouds. But yeah, I don't know. I have no idea what those extra screws are. There's extra screws in here. So, what size pinion did I say that was? Did I say that was like a 13? It looks tiny. Suppose I could look at the manual, right? The manual would probably tell me what pinion it came with. But no thanks. I've had my fill of this manual. I have absolutely no need for this manual anymore. This is probably the third manual that I've opened. Yeah. Did I? Yeah, the only thing that I noticed in the manual was that the rear differential does not have limited slip. So the rear differential, we don't even know what the fluid weight is in the back. So does that mean I'm going to rip it open and throw in 1 million? Probably. I guess that's how it works. Throw in 1 million diff fluid in the back there. But I'm definitely going to stay with their recommendations. 100,000 center and 10. That was a fail, Haley. 100,000 center diff fluid and 10,000 front. And it's because it's got those plates. It's really going to change, I think, the way, like, hey, don't do your woo thing. Hey, just relax. Daisy, sit. Hey, sit. Just sit. There's nothing to protect. You're fine. Yeah, so I don't know, with that new limited slip situation, yeah, I don't know, man. I can't wait to see what it feels like, because I know what I like vehicles to drive like, and is this going to be that? Oh, what? Don't you? No. Hey, you don't need to do that. You don't need to do that. Okay? Be good. Be good. You're fine. You're fine. You should see her. She's like super intently looking. Look at. She's like locked. She's holding her breath and everything. Look at her. Ah, you're fine. You're fine. There's no issue. Where was I? Yeah, just trying to figure out how it might be a new way to drive, too. I don't know. I don't have any answers. I don't have any answers, and I won't have answers probably until after even my vacation, because taking off. I'm actually taking off to New Hampshire tomorrow, so there will be no content. I'll probably see if I can make content while I'm there, but I don't know. Who knows? You never know. You never know, guy. I might go live. You never know. I'll probably bring something. Gotta bring something, you know? Just to have some fun. Bring something for the wife. I'm not gonna take this thing, even though I want to. Technically, I have everything that I need, kind of, sort of. The only thing that I don't have, technically, well, the only thing I technically don't have is a radio. And the only reason why I say that is because I've got that DX5, but I don't have any receiver. Well, I have receivers that I could rip out of other vehicles, but I don't have any receivers like just, you know, spare receivers that aren't in a vehicle. So, yeah, I don't know. I don't even know. I don't even know. I really don't. How's this thing going to run? Man, I want to know. I want to know. And I already know that this video is out there. So what is it? Gap? Gap Reviews has one of these too. I have no idea who else has them. I saw Gap Review had one. Oh, UDRC has one too. UDRC has one. Gap has one. Who else? Well, I do know somebody else that has one too, but I'm not going to say who he is. You guys probably already know anyway. Well, anyway, I'm done talking. Let's do that. God, I look like a grease ball right now. We'll pan that down. CCXRC is here. What's going on, guy? Talking about your Raminator. Pulled it out of the garage. Dude, does it have a does your Raminator have a backup alarm? Oh my god. Camping in the driveway? Nice. Uh-oh, what's going on? Wait a minute, what's going on here? Tony, what's going on at your house? Dude, did your house catch on fire? You use 1 million for the blinker fluid. Oh no, what's going on? What am I seeing? Fire engines and smoke and what's going on here? The fire department out for smoke coming from the breaker box. Red tagged. And power company came and disconnected you from the grid? No way, your house? Oh no, dude. What? You had 3 fire trucks at your house? Oh my god, dude. That is terrible. Well, obviously disconnecting your house from the grid was the smart thing to do. Holy smokes. Tony, you're obviously running way too much electricity at that house. Holy smokes, man. I'm glad nothing went up. And you've got the RV to at least be in, too. That's cool. They think lightning hit your house? Wait a minute. So that thunderstorm, that crazy thunderstorm I was talking about, that came from you. You sent that up here, didn't you? Because you're just south of me. You sent me that damn storm. What's wrong with you? You trying to share the love? I don't want that. Icon, what's going on, guy? Icon, do you have one of these things? Cause is UDRC in here? Cause UDRC, I know UDRC has one, but Icon, I don't know if you have one. I'm assuming if you don't have one, you probably will have one. Man, my eyes are just getting so bad. What the heck? You lost a... Oh, wait a minute. Somebody here lost a drone in a storm. Man, I'm telling you, I almost lost my drone in a storm. Icon, not yet. Okay, UDRC does have one. Yes, I do know that. I do know UDRC has one. But Icon, you don't have one yet. I bet, Icon, I bet you will be getting one. You're going to get one next week. Nice. Italian RC, what's going on, guy? RC guy, can you see? Yes, I can see you now. Dude, I've been, this was a different live because it was an unbox and like literally talk about, you know, stuff I don't know about this new RC that everybody else knows. And crack and open a manual that's really not the way I do things, but there really wasn't much else to show you. I mean, everybody else has already seen all the videos. You know, mine was just, hey, it came. Here it is. You know, my videos are going to be different. Well, I mean, who knows? Maybe everybody else's videos will be the same. You know, but I kind of already have a plan. It's getting wrenches thrown into it a little bit, but I'll be ripping this thing soon. God, I look like such a greaseball, man. I'm looking at myself in the thing here. Dude, it looked like I haven't taken a shower in days. That's how nasty it is outside. Bandit Darnville, hopefully your Hero 7 come tomorrow. Nice. By your advice, anything I'd like to know up front? Yes. So I would obviously try different recordings, but this is what I'll say about how I have things. I usually record at 1080, 120 frames per second because point blank on a GoPro, that's literally all you need. You don't need 4K. You don't need all the crazy stuff, because when you start getting into the craziness, especially when you're filming an RC in action, 120 is great. You don't even need 240. 240 is going to heat it up. I have found 1080 at 120 works great. Unless the camera itself is in heat, like direct sunlight, that's the only other time that you might get a overheat shutdown. But you got to remember, I mean, if you're standing in 100-degree sun with a black camera, of course it's going to heat up. But 120, yeah, 1080, 120 works great. I use the GoPro color thing there that they've got. And also, depending upon how you're intending on filming, you're going to have to mess with it a little bit. But I would say go linear until you start doing, like, let's say you want to do some overhead jumps. When you want to be close range and you want to get some jump action, then change it to a more wider view. But otherwise, I myself like linear, especially if you're doing speed rips. Like if you're doing speed stuff, go linear, and obviously throw the camera on your head. If you've never done it before, it might feel weird having the camera on your head, but your head is obviously your best tracker. And also, use your phone as your way to view how your camera is faced. Eventually you'll get it, like you'll know where to put it, but your first few times, use your phone to frame your camera shots. And what you want to do is try to remember not to force how you're looking, if that makes sense. Meaning you want to relaxed look at something, and when you're relaxed look at it, don't take your eyes off of what you're looking at. Keep your head in that same position. Take your phone, which is going to have the view of the camera in it, take your phone and then literally put it in front of your face, like to the side so you can see, and make sure that, well, this way, make sure that what your eyes are focused on is where your, you know what I mean? Like, make sure you have the camera adjusted, because one of the videos that I did on, I think it was the EPX, I didn't realize in between the change between ripping the EPX or something, whatever it was, I can't remember. It was either the EPX or the VT. I had the camera tilted sideways, so all of my footage is cocked to the side. And it becomes unusable footage for people to watch. I mean, I couldn't even watch it myself, so I just said, forget it, and I only threw in a couple of clips to where it looked like it was like level. But yeah, 1080, 120, use the GoPro color stuff. I think it's called Pro Tune. Don't even waste your time with any of the raw junk, raw audio. That means absolutely nothing point blank for YouTube. GoPro audio sucks. Try to use two devices if you've got a good phone. I have a different phone now. I'm not even using it yet. But I use, like, this device right here is a Note 8. This is a Note 8. These are the devices that I use for, I call it my primary. So this is technically my primary camera. This actual one right here that I'm pointing at. This is my primary camera. My GoPro is my secondary camera. This and other cameras could be my third camera, whatever. I try to use my audio from this because GoPro audio is point blank junk. I thought using raw audio from GoPro was going to be better. It's not. It's a separate file, takes up more memory space. Also, the memory card, very important. Depending upon how you got your GoPro 7, I use the Samsung memory cards, but the latest GoPros that I just got came with SanDisk Extremes. And so far, granted, haven't had a lot of footage on those cards yet. So far, I'm just not having an issue, and I haven't had enough time with those cards yet. So that's my monologue for that. Look at my greasy head, man. Dude, it looks like I haven't showered for days, man. I hate that look. Chef took off. Hey. Quiet. You guys don't need to do this. It's too late. I don't even know what time it is. Oh, 11:15? It's all right now. So I don't even know if that helped. SanDisk or what do I call it? ScanDisk. I use Samsung. Samsungs for me have been 100% absolutely flawless. and it's the Evo green and white cards are the ones that I use. 128 gigabytes. And let's put it this way. I have probably, I want to say I've erased and reformatted those cards got to be over 100 times now. And for me, you have to remember memory cards, just like with what Tony is probably talking about in here. Memory cards are a disposable item. They're only 20 bucks. I got mine for 18. If you shop at Amazon, take the memory card that you want to buy. It's got to be a good card. Don't skimp on it, but I think it's what, a class 10. Just make sure it's good for 4K. I use 128. That way I know I'm not going to run out. But I've probably formatted and erased and done stuff over 100 times on those cards. And I have yet to have any issue with any of those cards. But remember, at some point, those memory cards can only be reformatted and erased just so many times. There's little pieces of information that get stuck inside of there that does not come out. I forget what it's called. I think it's called fragmented pieces or whatever. Fragments is like fragments of information that sometimes just is in there. Eventually, like, you're just going to take that memory card and just flick it away. I'd say you got to determine whether it's a memory card issue or if it's a GoPro issue or, you know, a device issue. Yeah, I have the only thing that I've ever have happen to my GoPro 7 was at a full charge, for some strange reason, the camera would not turn on, even though the battery was fully charged. And the easiest way to fix that is pop the battery cover, pull the battery out for like, I don't know, I think I waited like 5 to 10 seconds, threw the battery back in, powered it on, and everything was mint. That's only happened twice with only one GoPro. And I have 3 7s and 3 Session 5s. Well, two and 3/4 Session 5s now. So never delete single files from GoPro, just format. So I hate to disprove anything that Tony would say because this is his game. This is what he does and this is what he knows. But I have done exactly that. I have just point blank deleted files and not reformatted. And I haven't had any issues. Like, I am that guy that probably goes against the grain of everything. And Tony knows his stuff too. This is literally what he does. He deals with memory cards on the daily. But my hack way of doing things proves that the memory cards that I use seem to be great. They seem to work great. I'll show you the memory cards that I use, just so that you know. These are the only memory cards that I usually buy, like if I'm buying a memory card, only because I've had such good luck with them. And I also don't let the I don't always let the GoPro itself format the card. I'll erase the card on my computer, which I'm fairly confident I'm not erasing everything. So I still haven't had issues with those cards. Again, I'm no one to talk. Listen to the professional in here. He knows what he's talking about, but I think I'm just proving that this particular memory card can take a beating. It can take a thrashing and have no issue. So I'm just going to punch up memory card. Memory. Let's see if it does that. Right here. These are the cards that I use. Right here. Oops. Where'd it go? That one. That's the card I use. I have zero problems with those cards. And I've bought, let's just say this, I've bought a few of them. Just about every device that I have has one of those cards in it. And like I said, if you shop at Amazon, take the card, put it into your cart, and just wait for the price to drop, because eventually all of a sudden the price will just be dropped. And I think I got mine, it was either 18 or 17. I want to say it was like $16.99. It dropped it down to, and I literally just bought a whole bunch of them because you can always use memory cards. All of my phones, all of these have one. As a matter of fact, this has a 128. This thing right here, wait a minute. Yeah, this one has a 256, but that was only because it was free from Samsung. This has got a 128. Everything that I've got has a 120, one of those 128s in it. My drone runs it, which does 4K. Hey, no, don't do that. Daisy, relax. Just relax. Just go eat that bug. So yeah, I don't know. Listen to the Pro, but still buy that memory card though, and beat on it. I can't see. Oh no. The Sony cards? Yeah, see? Why? Why did you switch, guy? See what happened? You switch and it all goes to junk. Yeah. So, anyways. Man, I'm really like, it's so weird because obviously I have that desire to go away for the weekend. Like, sometimes you just gotta go away. But the timing of when this thing came, the timing of when the power system came, the timing of when other power systems haven't come, like, you know, all of the shipping junk, so many wrenches have been thrown into, like, just things. Where's that box of stuff? I think I have a literal box of stuff to show you guys. All right. That box. We got this box. All right. Is Earl even here? I don't even think Earl's here. So, there were obviously teasers. So, there's these little bad boys right here. And I'm pretty sure people know what these are. There's 4 of them for a reason. So these are from my UDR right here, because the UDR hexes that were on there were point blank pieces of garbage, plastic, just junk. I guess I understand it was a failure point, whatever, but these definitely changed that. Then there's this. Now, only a couple people know exactly what this part is, and there's a very good reason for this part. So if you know what that part is, that's your clue to something else for the channel. This was actually a recommendation from Gus's Custom Creations. I had asked him what was potentially a good, but just I guess just a good fan to buy. So this is obviously, you know, you got your motor heatsink with a fan on the top. It's only going to fit certain cans, so relatively inexpensive. Got a couple of those. I do want to get just point blank other fans, but I think sometimes the hard thing is at least for me, I'm not very good at ordering the right stuff. I'll give you a for instance. My Cow RC pit mat. I ordered the wrong damn one. So I think I need somebody else to do the ordering for me. Then this right here. So I ended up getting a set of 4 and 4. So these are the silvers. So these are the ones that I think are a higher speed rated tire. There's a reason for those, and it's actually not probably what you think. Y'all know what these are for. So there's no need to explain what this is. You know what it's for. This was actually, so this piece right here. So this is what I'm talking about. Gus's Custom Creations, right? He took the time and bought a bunch of different spur gears because his Kaiju, the plastic gear, went out and he was tired of waiting. So what he did is he bought a few spur gears to see what was going to work. So Gus came across this spur gear right here, which it's that part number right there. And if you go on his channel, you'll be able to, if you go on his channel and you watch his conversion, he gives like a listing of all the parts that you need to switch over to this LOSI gear. Now, obviously, you know this LOSI gear is going to be a way higher quality than what was in that Kaiju. So go over to Gus's Custom Creations website if you've got a Kaiju with a stripped spur gear, and check out his video, and he will show you in literal plain words and mechanics how to switch over to using that. He did it actually a couple of different ways, but this way he said by far was the easiest way. Now eventually I'm going to do my own video on this just because, but I'm also going to reference Gus because I'm not going to take somebody else's credit for work that they did. I'll point blank point you to his channel, but I will make a video of my own, but just point you to his channel. Then because I'm trying to get smart, yeah, I got one of these things. So yeah, I don't know what it does, but I have a smart battery and I have some smart stuff, so maybe this will help me get more smart. So it's just it's one of those stinking little checker programmer things that's for the smart junk technology. So this right here was another item that I was waiting for. These are for a project that I started that kind of came to a halt, but is now that I've got these in, it's going to be restarted again. There was a car that I took out, and I think I only did a couple of videos on, and I came across a couple of problems, but they're very minor. But my fix for them is going to fix the issue, and it's only because it's the style of driving that I do, which is literally just smash. I smash and thrash. So I actually got a bunch of those. So because they obviously they'll be good for a couple of cars. Then I finally went ahead and I got my connectors. I know you know what these are for, right? You see those ends right there, right? Because I ain't switching the Traxxas connectors. I'll just use an adapter. So I know you know what these are for. So yes, these are to take my Power Hobby 100C 200 burst packs that I have, that I bought for two vehicles. I bought it for the Traxxas XMAXX and also for the LOSI DBXL-E. I wanted something that had just a little bit more power punch to it. And not being able to run those Power Hobby packs yet, because I didn't have this. So now I've got this. So now I'm good. And I had said, oh, I forgot the connector. Well, I actually realized that I didn't have the exact connector. So now I have it. Then there's a little something in this. I know you know the size of the box. So there's a servo in this. Hey, Daisy, stop that. Daisy. She's such a nut. She's way overprotective. Daisy, Daisy, Daisy. Right here. Right here. Just chill. Just chill out. Just sit. And she's a girl. She's not a boy dog either. She's wicked protective. Then we've got a servo in this. It's a good size servo for something. And then we've got, now these are probably my favorite Hoon tires, because they put on a, let's say this, hey, relax, sit. She's so good. That's all I have to do is say sit and she'll sit. She does pay attention very well. Haley, don't you start. These put on a good show. So these are the regular. I think these are the white ones, because I think don't they have like gold, silver, and white. The gold I don't have any use for, but the silver and the white ones, yes. I think these are the whites. So got a couple of those. Then we've got there's still stuff coming too, because some stuff just literally hasn't even shown up yet. So supposedly the better, other than some of the spur gears that I mean not spur gears, pinion gears that I already use, I'm trying another company, which I'm sure you guys all know who these guys are. Techno. They make some good stuff. So I've got a couple of varied pinion gears. Did I call them spur? Pinion gears in a couple of different sizes that match other pinion gears that I already have, but I wanted to try a different company. Even though I literally stay strictly with for real one company with my pinning gears. Then, just because of the size of this, you already know what this is for. It's from RPM. This I was told by Earl Moorhead, and I'm taking that as a very reputable source. Earl said, because he knows that I have an XMAXX, he shot me a message and he said, hey, he goes, one of the first things that you should just like throw in your stockroom is this right here. So these are the upgraded, obviously, RPM rear hubs for the Traxxas XMAXX with the oversized bearing. And I guess what it is it's the bearing itself is the major thing on those XMAXXs, because the thing is literally power transferring to the back all the time. And that's where I guess most of its torque is, because it's always doing wheelies. So I went ahead and got that. Then the other thing that I got, just because I was right there, you know how like when you order something and it will say something along the lines of people bought this, or people that have bought this have also got this at the same time. Now, I don't know if that's real or not, but I did go ahead and get the RPM pins, hinge pins, I guess. The RPM pins too. So, well, no, it's not even in frame. So I didn't even realize it wasn't even in frame. So hopefully what I'm doing is, because the XMAXX obviously has been out for an extended period of time, everybody else already has done the homework. They've already done, basically they've already done the R&D to make it someone like me who just got an XMAXX, to make sure that I am, what's the word? It's a phrase. Not future-proofing. I just making sure that things like stay good, without, going out and, doing like how I do and ordering the wrong stuff. So, because that's one of the things that really frustrates me, is when I hate wasting money. I like everybody. No one likes to blow money. And if you do, then you're just a millionaire and money doesn't matter. So just by those boxes alone, you can see that there's like a lot of things that need to happen. Like, I mean, that differential, that rear, whole rear axle for the UDR has been blown apart since the day I took it apart. And when I put that thing back together, I am not going to use instructions. I am going to force myself to figure out putting that thing back together. Now, there's been a good span of time to where I have a photographic memory, but only up until a certain point, and then it starts to wash away. And it's not the iced teas that wash it away either. It's just what happens. So, but I'm going to put that together. And my intent is to put it together on live, because I don't know. I think it'll be fun to watch me struggle. You know what I mean? Trying to like recall how things came apart. And I should be able to put that thing back together with no instruction manual. All this stuff is basic. It's all, here's a saying, okay? This is a saying that I got from somebody else, and it says, basically, stop turning a puzzle into a maze. And when you think about it, it makes sense. All the pieces go together in a certain way. You gotta line up all the ends, you gotta find the right colors that match each other, whatever. So don't turn a puzzle into a maze. So that's when I heard that kid, whatever he was at the time, guy, whatever you want to call him, when I heard him say that, that was like the smartest thing that I think I ever heard come out of his mouth. And I'll use that. I'll use that. Don't turn a puzzle into a maze. All this stuff is really easy. Even like some of the ways that I've shown. Take a piece of tape. Take a piece of tape and write out on the piece of tape what your screws came from. And then literally take the screws. I did it on the CAMO X4 just to show people. We had, I tore down the chassis. And when I tore down the chassis, I hadn't even ordered anything because I was taking the RC apart. Or did I order stuff? I don't remember. I might have ordered the chassis. But, you know, you take stuff apart and you literally, on the 2 pieces of tape, on masking tape, you take one piece that has the sticky side facing up, take the other piece that has the sticky side facing down, and that way you'll be able to write on it with a magic marker or whatever, you got a felt tip pen or whatever, write down where the screws came from, put them on the tape, like how they came out in the pattern. Then when you go to put it back together, you'll know exactly how things came apart. You're just reversing that operation and putting it together. The UDR is going to be a different thing. I purposely took it apart like that. I'm not going to use I hate manuals. I don't need it. I don't want it. I don't even know why I opened up this little, I mean, this thing is a noodle now. You can't even begin to understand how nasty it is out right now. Unless you're from this area, like next to the ocean, it is nasty out right now. Everything is wet. I'm surprised this thing doesn't have like a, it does. You touch it and it just has like a film of just moisture on it. Video chat to the moon. Have another bag of XT90s coming. Mets, of course, Guy. Of course I'm alive. Or, of course I'm live. It's vacation tomorrow. Your humidity is super high here. Oh, God, Riff. Now, do you have air conditioning in your house? I'm assuming yes. It is going to be nasty to sleep tonight. Like, I mean, I'm not looking forward to it. Robbie's RC, what's going on, man? How are you? I'm finally looking at the screen. I am doing very well. I'm glad that I'm going away. Timing dictated that I won't be touching this thing, but it is what it is. There's a ton of videos out there already on it anyway, so I'm still thrilled, man. I could care less how many videos are out there, because that's not the point. The point is, like we always talk about, the point is to just get out there and rip it. And this thing is supposed to rip it pretty good. We'll see. Wait, I am inside with the AC on. Nice. Riding Holly, you're inside with the AC on. Nice, guy. Well, I'm outside melting. Nice. Thanks for telling me that. Here I am outside melting. And you're like, dude, I'm sitting back on my couch. Got the AC going. I got you on the big screen. Dude, look at my hair. I look like I haven't taken a shower in days. Running nonstop, brother, right? Chilly in Wisconsin, really? What now? What's chilly? Can your P.O. box receive large packages? You know what's funny? So here's what's so bad about me and my P.O. box. So I got a good sized P.O. box, right? But I never asked any questions. Like, I literally just because it was all that, you know, stuff, virus stuff that happened, when I got the PO box, I didn't ask any questions. Like, I didn't even ask, like, can I go in after hours? Like, I just figured, yeah. So what I think happens, and I'm not positive, is that if something comes that's larger than the box, which the only thing that should be coming there is just like letters and stickers and stuff like that. If anything comes there larger than the box, I think they put a card in there to let you know that there's a package there. I honestly have no idea how it works. So that's something that I have to probably just ask the PO box people. I have no idea. I don't know how any of that. I honestly don't know how it works. I literally just I signed up online, I paid online, and I gave the paperwork to the guy at the counter, and he did a bunch of magic on the computer and just gave me a key and goes, here you go. And I'm like, all right, thanks. And I just walked away. I don't know. This is my first PO box, so I wish I could tell you. I have no idea how it works. My only assumption is if something doesn't fit, I don't think they send it back, because that would be foolish of them to do that. But I think they'll put like a card in there. But they also have my address too, like my regular home address. So you'd think like maybe they would mail out a card and go, "Hey, we've had a package sitting here for like 3 weeks. You're gonna come and pick it up or what? I'm sick of tripping over it." So I wish I could answer that for you, but I'm one of those people that just doesn't ask questions. I don't read the manual. 15 what? 15 Celsius where you are? What? No, what is that? What is that? 60ish where you are? Ooh, that's not too bad, man. Rob's RC, what are you doing? You're sending me a shelf queen? Guy, you don't have to do that. Canada close? Actually, what is the temperature like in Canada right now? Because obviously you guys are colder. It actually must feel nice up there right now. I would assume because you're, you know, closer to the top of the earth, it's got to be a little bit cooler up there. Bandit Darnville, you love reading manuals? Not me. No, sir. Nope. Not with these eyes. Not with this. See this right here? I didn't need these 3 years ago. Oh, maybe that's why I can't see. They're all foggy. Look at that. You see how foggy they are? Yeah, look at that. They look foggy. The camera is actually focusing. No way. What? This thing is actually that. This camera is actually that good. It will use this as a lens. Are you kidding me? Wow, that's nuts. Yeah. That's the other thing too that I've realized with glasses is that you like graze up against your glasses. Like I can't tell you how many times I've had the glasses on. That's why I can't see, because they're all greasy, foggy. So yeah, up until 3 years ago, I didn't need glasses. Up until 3 years ago, I could read, like I could see the microwave and stove clock from our living room, which is like 2 rooms away. I could see it and read it, no problem. Now, it just looks like a green blur. And it's just like, what happened to my eyes? Like, what happened? Like, I've never had issues with my eyes. I always had awesome, like, laser on point vision. And then I get into it would be my mid 40s. So it must have been like 45. Yeah, 45, 46. And all of a sudden my eyes go to junk. And now I've got to literally wear glasses. I hate this. I hate glasses, man. I really hate glasses. I'm hoping like laser surgery will be able to do something at some point, man, because I'll tell you, I hate glasses, man. My wife has seen how much I hate glasses. There's been times where I literally, because of I mean, even when you look at these glasses, right, the frame isn't that thick on it. You know, it's like a thin frame. I can't see around the frame. If I'm in my truck, because I use my mirrors and I turn my head to look out the back, right? Because that's how you should drive. You should, you know, don't go looking at the stupid backup camera like I've seen so many people do now. It's like we're becoming such a world of convenience that has anybody seen the movie Wall-E? Well, if you haven't seen the movie Wall-E, okay? If things keep going the way they are, we're going to be those people. We're going to be those people. We're not going to have bones like to support ourselves. Like, yeah, we're going to be those people. I mean, technology's great, but yeah, I don't know, man. It's still, these glasses are still junk. I think it's the humidity in the air or something. It's like attaching to my glass and they won't get clean. See, like right now, I can't even read the comments. I am blind now. There we go. Look at that. Everything's in focus now. AZRC, what's going on, guy? You back? Your phone died? Right. Riff Raff turned 58 on the 9th next month. Nice guy. I'm still blind. I'm still squinting. New Jersey is 75 degrees, but 80. Yeah, right, swamp. Right, exactly. Right. Frederick, what's going on, guy? Good morning. New toy? Yeah, the little guy right there, the little EXB. Yeah, yeah. We do have a power system for it. We actually have a couple things for it, but yeah, it's looking like a nice vehicle, man. I can't wait. You know, just like everybody says, I can't wait. I did a live live unboxing. Wasn't epic. I had no idea what I was doing. I'm just pointing out what's on the box and going ooh and ah and hey, this looks pretty cool. And really, the test for me will be just getting out there and ripping it. You know, cause that's just what you should do. Just get out there and rip it. That's the real test. 55 where you are, Omar? Nice to see you not the oldest one here, right? Bandit. Right, sometimes need them damn 40 plus glasses, right, dude? I hate it so bad. I hate these things. My wife says that they actually look good on me, and I'm like, honey, I think my eyes look better on me than glasses do. And he's just trying to make me feel better or something. I have no idea. Bob Wells, 57 in October. Nice. It's a good age, man. When you turn 50, 10, 20 vision until then. Only needed readers, right? Right. All right, let's get off this old guy talk. We're not old here. Let's get off this like none of us need canes. We don't need any of this stuff. We don't need any of this stuff. We just need to get out there and rip it. We just, like I always say, don't be afraid to take your real car and do a burnout in your driveway as long as it's your driveway. Make sure it's your own driveway if you're going to do a burnout in your driveway. If you've never done it, do it. It's an experience. It's the smell. It's the little, if you've never done it before, there'll be a little bit of an adrenaline rush that you might like. I'm recommending. I will recommend do a burnout in your own driveway. If you don't own the place, don't do a burnout in the driveway. But just try it. If you got a front wheel drive car, just set the emergency brake and just give it a little gas. See what it does. If you got a rear wheel drive car, you already know how to do it. Well, you should know how to do it. You got to apply a little bit of brake pressure, not too much, so that you're clamping down on the rear discs on the rear end, but just enough so that the front wheels aren't moving, and just lay into that pedal a little bit, and then just listen, have the windows open, take a whiff. Just Big Black did one just the other day, right at the top of my driveway. Like literally, I don't have to do it to impress anybody. Nobody was around. I did it for myself, because sometimes you just got to do it. My whole driveway has black stripes on it. If you've got an all-wheel drive car, I feel sorry for you. I definitely would not recommend trying to do a burnout in an all-wheel drive car. What you could do, maybe wait until you have, like, let's call it a, they call it like a spring shower or a summer shower, something that's real quick, wets up the pavement a little bit. And some of these cars that have a turbo, if you can get the RPMs up a little bit, you'll have to do a loaded launch. So get the RPMs up there, make sure it's safe, and then just let that brake loose and just make sure that literally it's simultaneously, like, just bone that throttle and just pull your foot off that brake, and you might get a little bit something with an all-wheel drive car. Probably something that's got a turbo, because you're going to want that turbo to spool up and give you a little extra boost and all that. But I definitely recommend, if you've never done a burnout, definitely recommend to do it, because it's just something that everybody should experience. You should. My mother used to do them all the time when she used to pick me up from detention in elementary school in her Camaro. 69 Camaro. SS 350, 4-speed, 12 bolt. I think she had standard interior. I can't remember if it was, I think it was standard interior. Le Mans blue. Black interior. And when she would pick me up, there was one time she picked me up from detention, and I got into the car, and just as I was shutting the door, all she said is, "Do you want me to?" And I knew exactly what she was asking me. And I just said, "Yes, please." And she just laid into it. And that's my mom, man, doing that in a school parking lot. Now, you can't get any better than that. Elementary school, what was that? Forget what grade I was in. Must have been like, what, 4th or 5th grade or whatever? That was the best. definitely recommend. Well, I mean, definitely recommend doing it, but yeah, do it. It does. Yeah, it does. Bob. It goes. Yeah, I'll let that go. Oh, Jo, I was gonna actually let that one go. That comment was worthy, Jo. Um, yeah, I don't know. Definitely was pretty cool. My mom picking me up from detention does a burnout in the elementary school parking lot. Nothing like it. I'd like to know how many other moms have done that in an elementary school parking lot with a real car too. And I say a real car is one of them. Yep. Yeah, my mother used to race at New England Dragway. 68 Firebird with a 400 4-speed. She knew exactly what she was doing. Deontay, what's going on? We still haven't gotten our EXB in. Oh no, really? You know, I ended up finding out. Mine is it's funny, my neighbors, they're like, you're still on the front porch YouTubing? It's like, yep, I am. I'm still here. Um I ended up finding out mine was number 501 of the 600 that were sent out in the first wave, I guess, is what it's called. Number 501. So, and oh, I didn't know it did that. Did you see that? I did not know this did this. I literally, I did not know. You've got to be kidding me. I've had this for this long, and I didn't know that it had a light on it. This is, I'll tell you right now, this is one of the best power banks I've ever got. It's a 10,000 milliamp pack. It actually fast charges through these ports. Um, I'll usually charge up like my GoPros and stuff like that. I'll stick it in the back of my thing there and charge the GoPros as I go. Oh, here goes my phone. They said next week. I was so mad. I said, I don't want it. You don't want it anymore? Get out of here, guy. You wouldn't get it either? Ah, you guys, come on. What's that song? Let it go. Let it go. Don't be crazy. Just get it. Doesn't matter. So what if it's like a couple weeks late? No big deal. They didn't take your money yet, right? Oh, Jo, that's actually one. Italians. You bet our moms knew each other. That would be a riot, wouldn't it? Omar, what's going on, guy? Can everybody in the world please stop ordering the UDR? Hey, I'm not ordering the UDR. I just ordered parts for it. Need to look at that thing right there. You don't need to be looking at me, my greasy head. Need to look at this thing of beauty right here. Look at that. It's gonna roll because it's got nothing stopping it. Yeah, it's probably watch it like roll right off the table and break. You just ordered a 6S KRATON? Nice, man. Oh, it's going to be so nice. Yeah, I'll pass on it. They have me so mad. Had the electronics ready. I'm like, never mind, I'm good. Wow, Deontay, you're impatient. Don't be so impatient, guy. Look at look at Deontay's flipping out. He's got the caps jammed on. Like he's screaming, guy. He's fuming right now. Let's all level him out. Hey Deontay, how's that DB Pro? Huh, brother? Come on, guy. Chill out. Everything's cool. Nah, man. Everything all set. It is what it is, man. I think you should have stayed with it. Somebody like you probably would have. I mean, you probably would have really enjoyed it. I still have coffee in this cup. Not anymore. You love the DB Pro. It's a tank. Isn't that thing awesome, man? I'm not saying in any way that I'm taking credit or whatever for you getting your DB Pro, but I'll tell you, I'm always like that reserved on saying this is like, when people ask you what's your favorite RC, um, it's kind of like asking me what's my favorite car. I mean, I love my Camaro. I love my truck. I love my Trans Am. I miss my 79 Trans Am. I actually, you know what, man, I wish I got rid of that thing 5 years ago now, I think. And I had that thing since I was 19 years old. And I got rid of it 5 years ago. And it's one of those ones where, man, do you ever get rid of something and then kick yourself and go, why did I get rid of it? Like, that was dumb. It was I still owe, and I never gave the new owner the build sheet. That was one thing that I didn't do. I actually held on to the build sheet because I was shocked that I found the build sheet for 79 Trans Am, which literally what was awesome was because it was a WS6, it was a real Trans Am, WS6. To see the WS6 printed out on the build sheet was awesome. The build sheet was not in mint condition by any means, but all the information that you needed to know was right there. VIN number, WS6, where it came from, like everything about the car that was important was still legible. And I actually kept that. So that didn't go with the car, which it probably should have, but you know what's funny is that I didn't even think about it. When they came and picked up, and I say they, because it was a couple people that came and picked it up. When they came and picked it up, I don't know, I didn't even think about the build sheet at the time. Yeah. Did you ever get rid of a vehicle that you kind of like, why did I do that? That's why I'm also not getting rid of my other 69 Camaro, because it's got too much wrapped up into it. It's an all original 350 SS deluxe interior, bright package, 4-speed, 12 bolt. I do not have the original motor anymore. That was stolen. I do have the original 4-speed transmission. I do have the original numbers matching rear end. So the only thing that I don't have is a numbers matching motor now. Which that's the only thing that, man, that's the only thing that bugs me about that whole thing. Knowing that I had the original motor and then it got stolen, man. Got stolen out of my grandfather's, like, barn shed garage thing. That pissed me off. Next day air is more like next month air. It's not next week air, it's next month air. Bob Wells, you got rid of many cars that you regretted, right? You only got vehicles that were stolen from you? That's no good. I'm very impatient. When my MMX8 came out, I ordered next day air. Oops. Because I didn't want to wait. Deontay, you're crazy, man. How much does that cost you extra money to have it next day aired? That's nuts, guy. Guy, you're the only reason I got the DB Pro. Dude. You know what, Deontay, I do have to say that's awesome, man. Thank you for even saying that, because it is definitely, other than the Mojave, which everybody already knows, it's like, man, how did LOSI get it so right? I mean, it's not perfect, but it's so damn close to being perfect. Nothing's perfect, but that thing, man, that makes a good run at it. It really does. The stock tires, the reason why they tell you to down the pinion when you go to 3S is because they're going to blow the stock tires off. That's what I will say. I did do that. The 3S with the pinion that came on it blows the tires off. It's such a good vehicle, man. That's why I hate the name of it, but that's why when this laser nut thing comes out, stupid name. It's a stupid name. But when this laser nut thing comes out, man, it is if it's anything like the DB Pro, wow. That's going to be sitting right here. Right on this table. We're going to do a live unboxing of that stupidly named laser nut. Come up with some other name, man. It just sounds dumb. Laser nut. Come on. Hey. She hears something in the woods. Daisy. Daisy. Hey. Hey. Daisy. Come here. What's a laser nut? It's come on, it's LOSI's new, like, it's almost like it's like a rock racer crossed with a DB Pro. That's their new vehicle. It was the vehicle that we were talking about, I think, on one of the lives that we did, and that I think Tony called it. Tony said something along the lines of everybody that was in the chat conspiracy theoried him, which was pretty cool. It was funny. Because, you know, Tony's usually on his game on all of that stuff. But being where he was, obviously, and, you know, the work that he's doing is taking up his time, which is, you know, definitely way more important than conspiracy theories, so. But anyway. I'm so hyped also. 4 sets of RPM arms for the crane coming tomorrow. Nice guy. AZRC. Right, the servo's absolutely terrible, right. But it's no big deal. Yep. Yeah, I bet it's amazing on 4S, man. I don't know, man. I don't... For me, I think with my kind of driving, I don't think I'd ever need to see it on 4S. just for me. I love it. I'm totally happy with it on 3S. So, but I look forward to Deontay. You gonna actually do some real true blue, like real? Actually, let me check your channel right now. Are you gonna do some true blue real videos on that thing? That'd be nice to see on 4S. Unless you already have, and I just haven't seen nothing. God, I can't even see. God, I can't even see. Get out of here. Oop. You know what I hate? Something that I hate about YouTube right now is the notification process. So, Mitchell's RC, I found out today for some strange reason, and I thought I was subscribed to him. I found out today that I wasn't even subscribed to Mitchell's RC. Like, we were talking in the Facebook group there, the whatever it is there, the RC Guy Garage Facebook, and we were chatting, and Gus's cousin was like, "Oh, I just watched the video, or I'm watching it now," and I'm like, "Watching what video?" So I like went on to YouTube and I scanned my notifications, and I'm like, I don't have a notification. And I go to type that I don't have a notification, and I went to go check to see if I was even subscribed, and I wasn't. So that's something too to check. You're not always subscribed to people. So if they're a channel that you want to subscribe to, make sure you subscribe to their channel. If they've got content that you want to see, don't forget to hit that subscribe button. Don't forget to hit the thumbs up. Don't waste your time with that thumbs down. Just walk away. Walk away. Like, does my thing have a thumbs down yet? There's somebody out there, Noah, somebody out there that's been giving me thumbs downs because they're all bent out of shape because they got booted from my live streams because they were being little punks. Let's see. Does this have a thumbs down yet? I bet it does. Does it? Does this have a thumbs down yet? It does. It's got 2 thumbs downs. How? How does this have 2 thumbs downs? Because I wasn't informative enough? I literally did exactly what I said. What's in the box? I showed you what's in the box. And I got 2 thumbs downs. Nice. I love it. 61 thumbs ups, though. I think that's the most I've ever gotten. So, you know, like we talk about this all the time. So what makes a channel, and I'm sorry, but my channel is going to have ads on it. It is, because that's what gets this, well, not that stuff. That's what buys these things is the channel. So it is going to have ads. I'm sorry beforehand. You can feel free to skip them, but I'll tell you right now, if you just let the ad play through, you're not going to miss anything. Don't forget to hit those Amazon links too. You need to buy like a house or a car on Amazon? Go ahead, buy it through my links. You need to buy that Bugatti, or you need to buy that 2021 Corvette? Buy it right through Amazon. Buy it right through my links. Just click on like a battery pack, and then just click, I want to buy a vet. Or I want to buy a mansion. You know, I might get a kickback. But anyways, yeah, you know, don't forget, throw a thumbs up. You know, if you're gonna throw me a thumbs down, just walk away. Just go away, walk away. I don't need those damn thumbs downs. But you all know what it does. It basically just it tells the advertisers that, and it tells YouTube that the channel's like, I don't want to say worth watching, but you know, maybe some of the content is, you know, worth a check or a checkout or whatever. I think actually all of my stuff goes on automotive anyway, which is funny because that's what my other channel used to be. It used to be like, you know, more automotive geared, you know, What's Up Guy Garage. And even then, I didn't put everything on video. I just like literally just started like, hey, you know, I might as well throw this on video. That's why I did the geo tracker thing just the other day. And what was funny was when somebody was like, oh, hey, throw 35s on it, flip the axles. And it's like, you really don't know what a 95 geo tracker is, do you? You can't flip the axles on a 95 geo tracker. They don't flip. Um, but I think what happens is when people see a geo tracker, I think they think Suzuki Samurai. Suzuki Samurais you could do different things to. That was a slightly different platform. Um, the Suzuki Samurais, man, those things were awesome. I would, man, if those things were still alive, I would not mind having a Suzuki Samurai because those things were pretty cool. They really were. You know, little beater Jeep kind of two-door, you know, thing. Oh, how about them Broncos? I I would not mind trading that CRV in for a nice four-door Bronco that they're coming out with. I don't mind that look. I'm all for change, you know? I wouldn't mind one of those Broncos, you know? My wife probably wouldn't even mind if she got a stick too. Um, she actually loves driving the Camaro and the Trans Am. She loves driving the Trans Am, obviously because it's got T-tops. But, and you know what else is funny? I love it too. My wife, right? She tells everybody, which is fine. I'm totally fine. She tells everybody that she drives my Camaro better than me. And I love it. I love the fact that she says that, you know? Um, I am totally 100% okay with that. You know, if that's what she wants to say, I'm, I'm happy. You know, I'm happy. She just, I think she just can't understand that when I drive it, it seems to be all over the road. That's probably the issue. You know, when I drive it, for some reason I'm not going in a straight line. It's like the back end is wanting to be in front of the front end. Maybe that's why. I think it was only one time when I spun out in my TA. It's a last of the breed edition, uh, 2002 Trans Am with only 28,000 miles on it. It literally just lives in the garage right now with boxes piled all over it. You can't even tell there's a car in there right now. Strategically placed boxes, though. Strategically placed boxes. I'm very careful with how I pile things. But you open up that garage door, you cannot even see the other 69 Camaro. It's like way in the back. You can't see that car. You don't want to see that car. And then the Trans Am just literally has just junk, boxes and stuff just all over it. I'm so bad. I don't know. All right. Hope your wife is feeling better. We actually talked about that. She's all right. Let's put it this way. She's managing. Um, it's definitely I want to say it's definitely a tough surgery to have. So, and I don't know, you know, what other surgeries are like. It's not like she had a what is it, triple heart bypass or anything like that. It's nothing like that. But it's still a tough surgery to have. So, and you know, being a female, she's bothered by any kind of scar she potentially is going to have and blah. And I'm just like, don't worry about it. It's fine. So, anyways, what is the stream looking like? We are looking at, I think we're like done here. We're done, right? I think we're done. We're at, wow, 3.5 hours? Yeah, I think we're done. I look like a grease ball anyway. So what do we talk about tonight? Well, we talked about this little guy right here. KRATON EXB from ARRMA. Literally just showed up today. Get off me, bug. I do have a power system for it. I'm not going to, I'm sorry. I know this is probably aggravates everybody, but I'm not going to talk about, okay. Not going to talk about the power system that I'm going to put in it. This is my intent. So, my intent for this vehicle is to push it. It's an EXB, right? Extreme Bash Edition, right? So it should be able to be pushed. And if you know what pushed means, it should be able to be pushed and take it. So we'll see. I am going to obviously check probably over the weekend part support for it. Didn't even bother checking nothing until like when I go on vacation is when I'm going to check. I'm going to start like obviously checking into things. I know the power systems that I'm going to pump through it. I already know motor combinations. I already know everything that I'm going to do this thing. The question is this thing going to be able to handle it? And I think it will. I mean, maybe not very good on one combination, but we'll see. The only way to find out is to point blank just do it. The point blank just rip it. Just like I always say, point blank rip it. We talked about, a couple of parts that we have in. Obviously we have, and I'm going to bring this up one more time. If anybody knows what this is, you know what's coming to the channel. This is your only clue right here. This piece right here. And there's a method to my madness. The way I look at it, right, is if you have the parts for a car, shouldn't you just get the car for the parts? So I figured I have that part. I might as well get the car for the part, right? I want to make sure the part fits. So yeah. So one of those will be coming to the channel. Just because. No thanks to you, Earl. There's your clue right there. No thanks to you, Earl. No, actually, thank you, Earl. To be quite honest, if you're even around, I don't even know if Earl is in here. But if Earl sees this stream, you already know, guy. You already got the inside scoop. But anyways, I think that's it. 3.5 hour live stream, not too bad. We got up to like literally, I think today was literally the biggest amount of amount of people at one time. I'm not even sure exactly how many people. I think like 61 might have been like the top amount of people in here at one time, which is absolutely nuts. And I know why. It's because of that thing. I'm not going to be your source of technical information. I'm not going to be your guy that's going to speak to exactly the right motor and ESC combinations to throw in something, because I don't do that kind of research. My research is this right here, hands-on. I'm going to hear it. I'm going to smell it. I'm going to see it. That's how I do stuff. So as far as technical stuff, oh my God, this manual is so nasty right now. This thing has soaked up all the moisture outside. This manual is gross now. I'm gonna have to like put it in a dehumidifier thing. But how many things is in the chat? So I got a little chat thing open too. But yeah, that's it. Thank you guys for coming to this. This wasn't a COVID and coffee. This was nothing. This was literally just ARRMA Crate and EXB, what's in the box, and literally all it was me just going, "Hey, this is what's in the box." But I knew that I wasn't going to be able to do like a regular like what's in the box because there was nothing. It's a roller, you know, and I don't know enough about this thing. Me learning about this vehicle is not going to be by this stupid thing right here. I hate manuals. Me learning about this vehicle and showing you guys is going to be point blank just getting out there and ripping it like you should all do. And yes, I did recommend do a burnout in your own driveway with your own real car. You might like it. Just make sure it's your own driveway. Don't do it in somebody else's driveway. Unless it's like a buddy and he okays it. But anyways, all right. So we've got AZRC, we got Bandit Darnville, Rift to the Raft, JORC, we got Justin M, we got Lorne is here, Bandit, I think I said that, James, Thunder RC, Italians RC, Bob Wells, I know Rob RC was here too. Where did Rob go? Rob might have taken off for the night. Have fun, guys. Oh, Bob Wells took off. Ah, see, that's what happens when I don't pay attention. Deontay, if you're here, man, I need to figure out how to pronounce your last name. I think it's Deontay Haib. Haib. I gotta learn how to pronounce your last name, cause I don't like messing people's names up. Who else is here? I think that's it. There's 30 stinking people here. You guys crazy? Mitchell's RC was here. I went through a couple Amazon links the other week and found a bunch of broken ones. Yeah, you know what, James? I don't know if you're still here. That happens all the time. That's what's tough about Amazon is that even when you do like a storefront with Amazon, the link that you put on your storefront can change because it's who you buy it from. You can literally buy it from GoPro, and then the day that somebody goes to use that link, GoPro has already changed the link, so the link becomes a dead link. So at some point, what I'll probably do is I'll go through it, and what stinks is that it's a drudgery. Like to go through all those links, man, it's tough. It's really tough. Frederick was here. Robbie's RC, there you are. You didn't get any notifications? Nice. I'm obviously way behind on that. But I think that's it. I think that Omar took off. But like I always say to you guys, point blank, you already know this. This channel wouldn't be here doing what it's doing if it wasn't for you guys. So don't forget to hit that thumbs up. If you're not subscribed to the channel, like obviously if you're seeing this as a recording, not like literally on the live, think about subscribing to the channel. Doesn't cost you a dime, but it might make me one. And that's like, I hate to say it, that's the whole point, you know? Eventually I already see this channel, I project this channel is going to just get better. It can only get better. I mean, I suppose it could turn into garbage, but that's not my intent. Anything I try to do, I try to put my mind to it and try to make it something real, something viable. This channel, point blank, only because of you guys. So thank you. Thank you guys. I'm thanking you. You guys are at my house. Like I always say, I joke around. You guys all come over to my house, but my refrigerator stays nice and full. I don't have to call the septic company to pump my septic system tomorrow because it's overflowing. You know what I mean? We're all here having a good time, and hopefully getting out there and ripping it. So, all right, I'm out. You guys should get out too, and like I said, get out there and rip it. You guys have yourselves a good night. I am out of here, and I'm not gonna say you won't see me at all this weekend, but I am going away because every once in a while you have to go away. So go away. All right, guys. Thank you. Thank you for coming to this RC Guy Garage, ARRMA KRATON EXB, What's in the Box. Earl Moorhead, guy, you're jumping on now just as I'm leaving? Are you kidding me? Or have you been like sitting in the background? EXB for everyone. Right. Riff Raff, man, no. How about this? Thank you. All right, everybody, I'm out. And you know how like everybody builds up stuff and they're like, wait till you see what's coming on the channel. Wait till you see what's coming on the channel. Wait till you see what's coming on the channel. Well, I actually mean it. There's been some stuff happening in the background that only a very select few know about. And I hate to be that way, but sometimes you can't let it all out. You got to only tell like a couple people, you know? There's some stuff. There's some stuff. And no thanks to Earl Moorhead here, like causing me to become, I don't even know what the word is, obsessed now with a certain kind of speed stinking vehicle now. You know what's funny? This hobby is in some ways an obsession, but it can be a good one. So, all right, I'm out. See you guys. Thank you for coming to this live stream.